Okay, we're rocking out early tonight because why the fuck not? I must admit I'm already 3 deep because my kids are upstate, so I got a week away from my kids, and it's nice, man. It's nice to have no fucking kids around and like kind of just like sleep and take a nap when you want and watch TV and not have to like worry about waking up. It just feels good, man.
I asked you on Father's Day. I was like, "Oh, like what are you doing?" And you were like, "Molly's got a jujitsu competition, and I'm here with all the kids." And I was like, "Oh, that is definitely not for Father's Day what you were expecting."
Like I'm really against Bill Maher right now just because
Same.
I think he thinks he's like Joe Rogan in a way of like he's the voice of reason of just like every interview has to go through him, every like important person has to go through him, and it's like pump the brakes, bro. Like you're kind of past your prime. You're trying to stay relevant and like hang on the coattails of like Donald Trump mentioning your name, and you think you're cool and shit, but I will fuck with him on the shit where he says like don't have kids because this feeling right now of just like because I've got like 42 jobs, like I work in a whole bunch of different places, and low key they're like, can you work? I'm like, yeah, like because I like to work, I like to just like keep my body moving and shit. When I have my kids around and my mother-in-law just had her knee surgery and shit, like I have to check with Molly, I have to clear the schedule, I got to do this, I got to do that, I got to figure shit out. I could just say like you could just say yes to shit when you have nothing else like going on, So like kids 1, wife, girlfriend 2, but like that's more of like a necessity because like you need some buns and shit, but like it's I'm really kind of like if you're not having kids, don't have them. Like if you have them, good for you. It's what's up. It's awesome. It's cool. Like and shit like that. Like you figure it out. It's a blessing. All that shit. But like if you don't have them, that's what's up. That's what's up.
I will say you're right now. It's actually the hardest it's ever going to be because like the ages of your kids, like you got a lot of them, and they're all in the window of like you're kind of a lot of work at this point.
Yeah.
Even your oldest is still kind of in the window where it's like you're still a lot of work. But as they get older and older, it gets easier and easier. But then the problems just sort of evolve into different kinds of problems,
Shit.
like teenager type problems, which is a whole different can of worms.
Yep.
But from my perspective, the teenager ones are easier to deal with than the kid ones because the kid ones are just so, like you said, everything's so hands-on. You have to do like a lot of things that you kind of take for granted. You just think, oh, people can do that. And it's like, not a kid, not like a toddler type shit. There's no way they could do those things,
And it's not even like rationalizing with that shit, like them realizing like, all right, I might have fucked up, let me kind of
it doesn't work.
There's no
Nothing.
it's like they don't know what that means, so it's
Right.
like I'm just gonna scream louder or I'm gonna yell louder or some shit. So it's like, but I don't even want to get to the because you have a daughter that's like high school age and it's like they start getting their period and shit, they start fucking having boyfriends and shit, like it, like real deal real life shit that like us men, and this is every father, like have never dealt with that shit. So it's like, one, they probably go to their mom for that shit. But like, if you are around in that scenario, I wouldn't know what the fuck to do. I'll just be like, yo, like, just go do your shit. Like, but like, they do need someone to console them on some shit. But it's also like, I don't know what consoling is at that moment of that age. Like, to your point, every age has their own shit. But I feel like when a kid has their moments, it's like, all right, I could maybe think what they're going through. But like because I got old girls, when a girl starts going through some shit as they get older, I'm like, I'm thinking of this like, all right, dating shit. The guy's being a dickhead. Fuck that guy. But it's like, I got to think of this through a girl lens of like, nah, I'm a girl. I like my emotions are different. Like it's just different shit comes
You're
into
saying
play
it's like
older.
harder to relate is what you're saying.
It's harder to relate. Yeah.
And you're not going to be as good as solving those problems. Being
Yeah.
fair, I do think your girls will look more to their mom for certain issues. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But as a dad, you just got to provide like stability. You know, that's the big thing.
Yeah.
That's the big thing.
I guess. Yeah. And like, so Nyx was going away for, they were going upstate with their mother-in-law, and like she was playing the music dumb loud, and I was like, lower the music, and she was just like vibing out, but I was like, lower the music, and like I kind of like grabbed her hand, like, because she kept going back to make the music louder, and she was like, I'm gonna grab your hand next time you do that shit. And my father-in-law walked in, George, if he's listening, was like, he kind of like intervened for a second and was like, he's like, that's your dad.
Yeah,
you don't talk to him like that on
Yeah.
some shit,
Mhm.
you know? And I said to him, I was like, what do I do in that situation? I was like, I hit her with some stern look and like grab shit of like, don't do this. I was like, what do I fucking hit her? Like, what, like, you know, like, what can you, there's like an extent of shit you can do, you know? It's like,
yeah, you know what it is? What happens is you'll get to a point where you're fed up enough where your tone of voice will change and your eyes will change.
Yes.
And they'll pick up on that. They'll like, when you actually, like, you could be like, I've hit my limit, stop. But if you don't say it the proper way, then they won't stop. Like, they'll only actually stop once you actually have hit your limit and your eyes sort of glaze over a little bit and your tone changes.
Yeah.
And like, I'm the same as you. I'm the worst when it comes to, I think it might be tied to like the way my brain works, my like ADHD type brain. But when I hear like their tablets playing, I lose my mind a little bit. And I feel bad because I almost feel like I'm kind of an asshole with it. I'm like you, I'm like, lower it, wear headphones. And like, I kind of feel like an asshole because it doesn't seem to bother anybody else as much as it bothers me, you know?
Nah, it's bothering other people. It is. I feel like it is because I'm the same way. Because I'm like, when something's going on, I'm like, am I the only person that fucking really thinks that like this shit's not bothering anybody? And then I'll look at Molly and I'm like, that shit has to be bothering her because that shit's dumb annoying. So like,
what does she say? Have you brought it up to her? Like, was she like, yeah, it kind of does, or what?
I almost feel like she's like, no, it's not actually bothering me that much.
But I'm telling you, I feel like part of it is like, I really do think part of it is like the way my brain works, where other people can sort of tune out noises they don't want to listen to. But I struggle to do that. I can do that if I've had a good night's sleep. Then I feel like I could do it. But if I get even like 10 minutes less sleep than I need and I start hearing something, my brain just hones in on that and ignores the thing I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
And that's when I got to be like, you got to wear headphones. I can't like focus at all, you know?
Yeah, I guess.
But also fuck these tablets, man. They're everywhere. Like
everywhere.
I mean, I first got a cell phone in like, it was like an old school, can't do anything but text and make phone calls cell phone. And that was maybe 7th grade I got it. But like we didn't have the shit they have now. This is all crack cocaine, you know, like it's straight crack cocaine. And so I feel like, you know, that conversation we had the other day about we need to go back to 2008, 2009 technology and just be like, that's it. We're just cutting it off here. Whatever it is here, like we're just good. Just leave it at this, you know, like that's going to be healthier. It's going to be healthier for everybody involved.
And the thing is, it's like, you can't even get away from it. Like, so like we try to really crack down on the tablets with the kids, but at school for Nyx, they give her a laptop with access to Google, with access to Canva. Like, so she's, you know, doing graphics and shit and all this stuff on her laptop and watching like, you know, shows and shit. And I'm like, that's through your school. So I can't even be like, yo, don't do that shit because it's like, you need your laptop.
You need your laptop. That's right. Yeah. It's
and then
hard,
it's
man.
Like, it's tough, but like, here's my thing. When I'm sitting on the couch and I'm on my phone and my girls are like, you know, oh, why can you do that shit? It's like, I'm fucking 37 and I did all the shit that you did already. Like I deserve to sit down and just fucking scroll on my phone. You go play and do all shit that I did when I was younger. But like, here's the thing. When I remember my dad coming home, like he had like a briefcase, would put that shit by the door. And then I don't even remember what he did, but like, my girls will take like a fake cell phone and sit on the couch and like scroll on the shit. And it's like, they'll replicate what I'm doing, but it's like,
that's kind of adorable.
Yeah, it is. But it's also like, why are you doing that shit? I never like once picked up a fake briefcase and like pretended to be my dad doing shit. You know, it's like,
like go do the kid things. Don't even try to do my adult things. Because you acknowledge that, you know, it's kind of like a vice for all of us. All of us, it's still a vice where in our free time, we're rotting out just scrolling through fucking Twitter or like whatever, you know? And so you don't want them
100%.
to. Crystal says, I'm like that with our son because I see a lot of my qualities in him that I can be a little too hard on him because all the things that I'm mad at myself for being like, I view myself as like a lost cause because I'm too old, but I look at him as still being savable. So I'm like, don't be like me. Stop it.
That's how I am too. But it's like, it's hard to put yourself in that position when it's like, all right, they're looking at me, but I'm sure he looks at you doing your show, playing golf and doing shit. And like, he looks to you as like, that's cool shit. Like
it's interesting because right now, no, he doesn't. And I don't
really?
know.
Well, he better appreciate that shit.
Well, I'm gonna say it's possible when he gets older that he'll think of like, oh, that actually is kind of cool that you did that. You do that. Like, that's actually kind of awesome. But right now, it doesn't look like that. He thinks about that at all, or he never has that thought. It doesn't appear like that's the case, you know?
Did you ever look at your parents as like, all right, your dad was a car salesman his whole life type of shit, right?
My dad
owner
ran a car dealership. Yeah. He was like the boss man.
So, because I do mad different jobs right now. And Scotty the other day was like, I want to be like Dad. I want to have a lot of different jobs. I was like, no, you don't. No, you don't want to do that.
She doesn't understand that that's tied to like, you want some permanent shit, but you got 48 things. Yeah,
exactly. But I guess like kids look at their parents on some like, I want to do what they type of do shit. Like, you know, like they're role models type of stuff. Like you got into the car dealership industry.
Yeah, even on just like a subconscious level, that's the case. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you might on a conscious level be like, I'm interested in this other thing that my parents don't do. But in the back of your mind, on some subconscious level, there's always like a fallback of like, I could be like them, you know?
Yeah, 100%. And that's why, I mean, I don't know. I find it, again, I'm always on my phone and I'm like, all right, they're looking at me on some role model shit. So they probably see me as the worst fucking role model because all I do is just sit on the couch and either watch TV or I'm on my fucking phone. And then when they get on their big phone, I'm like, don't do that shit. Go play some shit. Like, go outside or go on the swings or something like that.
Yeah, but you do a lot though too. Like you take the girls a lot of different places. Like you were at that big dance event the other week in New Jersey with all the girls when Molly was like doing another jiu-jitsu competition, was it?
Yeah, she was at
so like you were doing, you know, you're doing a lot of that's some heavy dad shit right there.
Facts,
you know,
facts.
most of us dads are good enough to a point, but once you cross the line and like you have to handle all of this shit, then we crumble. And sometimes you've had to handle everything at the same time.
Yeah, facts.
Which to me, I'd be low-key panicking, like, I don't even know how I could do this. I gotta handle everything right now. Like I gotta bring them somewhere, have food, fucking keep them busy while like you're waiting for the event to sort of kick off. Like the list of shit you got to keep in control in that scenario. I wouldn't even be able to look at my phone, to your point, to like see what's going on in the world because it's like you're just managing the chaos, you know?
I do all of that shit, but then on the end, like I have mad respect, and you probably do this shit because like you did this shit. Like you got a crib, you fucking figured out. I don't do any of the like paying my car payment shit, paying house shit, paying, you know, like medical bills shit. Like Molly does all that shit, and I wouldn't know how to do any of that shit. So it's like,
I mean, Crystal does all that shit too.
Oh, okay. So yeah. We're like such the same person in that regard.
I know, but you know, it's not just us. I feel like there's this stereotype of the modern dad where like the woman is sort of like in charge and in control and in command, and she's the one who like is sort of the leader in many respects. And I feel like it is kind of like that with certainly my friends, all of their marriages, they do their dad shit. Like they'll do their dad shit. But in terms of actually keeping everything running, keeping everything functional on a day-to-day basis, doing most of the shit, it 100% is the woman. I mean, when I think about all the stuff Crystal does, I do nothing compared to her. To her, I mean, she does the laundry, she does the dishes, she cooks the food, she also has a full-time job. She is the one who she's at every single like thing that every single activity for the kids. I'm at a lot of them. I'm not at all of them.
Yeah.
You know? So like it really, the credit goes to them in many respects because they're the ones who actually do the hard shit, whereas we're just the bums who are like sort of there to pick up some of the slack. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, facts. But going back to my original shit, fuck Bill Maher. But I'm on your side if you don't have kids and if you haven't gotten married yet, because it is nice to still just have, some alone time, like some.
To be fair though, you always were like, I'm gonna have kids and have a wife. Like,
Yeah.
I never knew you to say the opposite. You
facts.
always were like, yeah, I'm gonna do that shit. Like, there was never a question. So like, it's hard to look back now and be like, shouldn't have done that, because like,
yeah.
we're
No,
always
I'm
on
saying,
that
like,
page. Yeah,
shouldn't have done that, but like it makes you appreciate
right.
the time when you that time leading up to that runway of getting married and having kids and doing all that shit, So,
sure, absolutely.
Whatever. I mean, so all right. Starting off the fucking show, the Germany game, Germany just fucking lost. I'm kind of happy because fuck them, because someone told me today, like, they're all low-key disciples of like Nazis and all this shit. So like,
I once said on my show, I was like, whenever I see a German person, I'm always like, what was your grandfather doing?
It's kind of weird, right? Like, I've been helping out at the World Cup at the American Dream Mall, and like Germany had their contingency come out or whatever.
Oh God.
And
they're like, Das ja.
They're all good looking ass people, blonde hair, blue eyes. And it's like,
for real, all of them were? That's disturbing.
Like there would be some like, brown haired people or this or that, whatever. But like, it's just the majority of them were blonde hair, blue eyes. And it's crazy that like, where that shit stems from. And like, it's hard. Yeah, it's hard to fucking like root for that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, even as nice as those people are, like, it's hard to be like, yeah, I like that group of people because of their fucking, their history or some shit.
My rule during the World Cup has been, I'm rooting for the countries that have good politics right now.
Yeah.
So I'm 100%. Brazil just advanced today. I'm rooting for Brazil because Lula's their president. Yeah. Shout out Brazil. And I'm rooting for Mexico because of Claudia Sheinbaum, because she's an awesome president too.
Canada won too. Canada's low-key good, right? Or no?
They're okay. They're not as good as Brazil and Mexico. But I'm also default like a little bit rooting for the U.S., but not because of Trump. Just because like I kind of feel obligated as an American to root for the U.S. And we're good for the first time maybe ever.
Yeah.
But yeah, like that's my rule though, is like outside of the U.S., which I'm sort of obligated to support, I got to go Brazil. I got to go Mexico. But I was like, Paraguay, I remember we beat Paraguay. They came out of our grouping, and I thought for sure they got knocked out, but they made it through. And for them to beat Germany, who was number one in their grouping, that's sort of a big deal. And it was it went to a shootout. The shit was exciting as fuck. Like, it was a really good game. I enjoyed that shit.
I will. Did you see the, like, I don't know if it's controversial, but like they scored a goal in overtime.
And, and then they waved it off because it was goalie interference.
I kind of agree with it.
I'm 50-50 because they're definitely the German guy definitely touched the goalie from Paraguay 100%. Mm-hmm. But I think the goalie from Paraguay sort of fell down a little bit on purpose after feeling the contact to try to sell it.
Yeah.
And then he got back up afterwards and then missed the save.
Yeah.
And maybe if he had more time and didn't do the fake fall, then he could have gotten to it. So I look at it like, I don't give a fuck that they ruled it the way they ruled it, because I would rather have Paraguay win than Germany. Mm-hmm. But if I was a German fan, I would feel like we got screwed there, because I would say even if the guy touched the goalie, it was on the goalie that he fake fell and then missed the save. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, there was enough time where he could have recovered and made the save and he just missed it,
Yeah, I agree with that point. He definitely had enough time to recover and come back with that shit. I look at that same player on Germany had previous plays where he was like instigating shit and trying to be like like trying to be an agitator. That in that moment, I didn't think he was looking for the ball. I thought it looked like he was setting a pick on the goalie. Like it looked like he was specifically trying to block him where his guy could get the ball and knock it in. Whether the goalie reacted the way he did.
Yeah, that's fair. I think that's a fair reading. Like, purposely trying to just mess the goalie up. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was surprised at first that they didn't look at it, because they showed a replay at first, and I was like, oh shit, it looks like the guy like kind of ran into the goalie, and then the referee went back and kind of did his little VAR shit. Yep. That being said, I'm conspiracy theorist 101. Like, FIFA is a whole fucking like.
Oh, they're
I
the
think
worst. Oh, they're the
worst,
fucking worst, bro.
Like,
I mean, like, horrible, horrible. They gave Trump a FIFA Peace Prize that they made up. And now Trump, I'm sure you saw this the other day, it's the first time in history that one country bombed another country while they were hosting them for a World Cup game.
no, I didn't see that shit.
What
bombing was that?
Iran was like playing in a game in the U.S. while we were bombing their country.
Come on, man.
I know, right? Like, I can't, bro. It's just so crazy.
Come on, man.
These people are so crazy. It's just
and we said it in our chat earlier. Our boy Bobby said it's almost like we have like 7 Watergates a day or some shit like that.
Yeah, it's like, and like I said, like everybody's outrage meter is broken now. Where like people don't even really know what to be mad at anymore because so much shit happens that you should get mad at that like you almost don't even have the capacity to just get mad at everything you should get mad at.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like they say, there's a saying. I think the saying is like, I'm going to paraphrase it, but it's like, if one person dies, it's a tragedy. If a million die, it's a statistic, right? And that's the way it is. Like, if there's one scandal, that can get everybody riled up and focused and like, fuck this, we got to stop this shit. But if there's a million scandals, you can't get mad at every single one of them shits. There's almost so much time in the day and so much energy you have, you know?
Yeah.
And that's where we are now in this country.
The boy who cried wolf type of shit. It's like every fucking time you're going to yell, we're not going to take you seriously type of shit. Yeah, that's fucking wild. Imagine playing soccer and your country's getting bombed.
And then we treated them like shit. I don't know if you saw this, but like, so they would come into the country to play a game somewhere. And then the U.S. told them, you got to leave as soon as the game's done. So like they had to stay.
Actually?
Yes, they had to stay in Mexico the entire time. So they would have to fly into like Seattle to play a game and then immediately fly out and go back to Tijuana. And so they didn't have the same sort of rest and recovery that all the other teams had because the U.S. kept kicking them out after every game.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's fucked up. And like you said, FIFA's corrupt. Like this, not like the guy running FIFA didn't know this. Like he knew it and was fine with it, you know?
Well, he's got fucking Marco Rubio sitting right next to him at every single game.
And I don't know if you saw this, Trump is going to hand out the World Cup with him.
No.
Whoever wins the World Cup, Trump is going to hand it out with him. Which, like, by the way, if you're Donald Trump, I know that you're self-obsessed and you're a narcissist and all this shit. But, like, let's say, for example, I don't know, let's say Brazil wins the World Cup. You think that all the fucking Brazilian players are going to be like, oh, yeah, I can't wait to get my trophy handed to me by fucking Donald J. Trump. Like, no, these assholes are going to be like, fuck you. They might spit on him or some shit. I would spit on him if I was some foreign team player.
They probably don't give a shit, to be honest with you.
Nah, I think they do,
Messi's been to the White House.
While Trump was there?
Yeah, Messi went when
did he?
Miami FC won the World Cup, won the MLS
the
Cup.
MLS shit. Oh, my God.
Messi went to the White House and smiling with him.
And Ronaldo's a right winger. He's a piece of shit.
Ronaldo's a right winger. Like,
yeah.
Like, when these people get to a point of, and that's why, in a weird way, I think a lot of the Knicks are going to go to the White House.
I hope you're wrong, man.
I just think, like, when you hit a level of money, status, and, like, you know, celebrity-ish, where you're, like, so separated from society, like normal society shit.
Think you're just, like, part of the club type shit.
You're on some, like, he's just our president. I got to respect the office.
Yeah, respect the office. I hate that shit so much. Oh, respect the office.
The respect the office shit is so fucking so corny because it's
the dumbest shit ever. It's the dumbest shit ever.
It's like, all right, Jalen Brunson, think about your dad Rick when he was living in Syracuse, fucking really struggling, like, you know, kind of grinding, trying, like, would he have went to the White House if he was asked as a kid? He would be like, fuck no, fuck that guy. Like, so now you're gonna be, because you got millions of dollars and shit doesn't matter to you, you're gonna go because it's like, I don't fuck with that shit, man. And that's why I feel like a lot of these players, they separate where they came from and where they are now, you know?
Absolutely. The respect the office thing always gets me because, like, you can think of 1,000 scenarios where you'd be like, I'm going to go ahead and not do that, right? Like, if I was in, think about if you were invited to the White House a day after Truman dropped nuclear bombs on hundreds of thousands of Japanese people and killed them. I'd be like, you know what? I'm going to take a pass. I don't think I'm going to go today. I don't think I'm going to, like, show support for this shit, you know? Like, were people in Germany saying, Das ja, respect the office when fucking the Fuhrer was in his, like, death bunker and the country was falling apart? Like, oh, yeah, I got to go shake his hand, respect the office. Fuck that shit. You know,
bro, I didn't go to Chick-fil-A when I heard that the owner was like against gay people for like 2 weeks. So you think I'm gonna go like, like eventually I went back to the shit
Yeah,
because
to
like
be
their
fair, I
food
had
is
that shit
banging.
today. I'm not gonna lie.
But like right when it came out that the owner was fucking up, like
Yeah,
and he
it's
was
like,
against gay people and shit. I
yeah,
was
let's
like,
skip out on that a little bit.
yeah, like, I'm gonna chill on chicken for a week. Like same shit with Hobby Lobby. I was like, all right, the owner's kind of fucked up. I was
Yeah,
like,
guys fucked up.
let me chill and go. Like I drive past this. I used to drive past this shit every day when I lived in Illinois, but I was like, now
I
if
wonder,
if
though.
the Goodwill owner was doing some weird shit, you might
You
have
might
to
have
take
to
a
stick
pass
with.
on
Yeah.
that shit.
I will say though, all right, so we know Josh Hart hates Trump. We know
Yep.
Josh Hart hates Trump. You don't think some of them are going to be like, I'm not going to that shit? I feel like some of them have to. I feel like some of them have to. You don't think so?
I mean, you've worked in corporate America. I've worked in corporate America. I find it very hard to believe if you're like one of 15 people in an organization and your owner rocks with someone heavy, you're going to be that like put yourself, if you didn't have an alternative to some other shit like you did in politics and you're working at Chevy and your owner, the owner of
Talking
fucking
the wrong
Chevy,
guy here. You're talking to the wrong guy.
I know. I mean, you're like, I'm like, you've got like a better stance than I would, but I'm more of like if the fucking owner of Chevrolet came to our shit and was like, hey, on Friday, we're all going to this fucking pro-Trump shit because we're going to sell 20 more cars and he's going to give us a big grant. Like, and 14 out of the 15 of people are going, or 12 out of the 15 people are going. I'm not going to be that one dude. I find it hard to believe that I'm going to be like, nah, I'm going to put my job on the line because like I'm against Chevrolet, I just find, I don't know, like
this is why
it's tough because even back, I try to put myself back into like dating back to like old school shit. It's like, I would think I'd like be against slavery and be against all this other shit. But it's like, when you're captured in that time, that's all type of shit,
But this is why unions matter though, because so if it's a union that you're dealing with, and you get told like, okay, we're all gonna go do this thing, what would happen is the union leader would gather everybody who you work with who's also in the union, and you'd be away from the boss, and then you'd say, all right, let's have a vote. Who actually wants to go to this shit?
And everyone will be like, no, fuck that shit.
What would happen is the majority would be like, I don't want to go to that shit. And then the union leader would go to the boss and be like, we're not going. And that's it. That's the end of it. And so if the Knicks are as close knit as they seem to be, right, then you could have a de facto type situation like that where Jalen, as the leader, goes to the team and goes, how do you guys fucking feel about this? Like, do we really want to go? I mean, look, this guy's got a 30% approval rating. He's protecting fucking pedophiles and bombing little girls in Iran. Like, really, do we? And so in that scenario, I could see them all banding together and being like, we don't want to go. And in that scenario, Dolan sort of has to eat it because what are you going to do? Fire everybody? You can't. I mean, yeah, you could trade 1, 2, maybe 3 players if they want to act up and the rest of them go.
Well, most of them are under contract, so it's a Rapskis anyway.
True, but I think I'm just, I don't know, maybe you're probably right. I think I have too much faith in like reason prevailing here. It's because I know all the fucking crimes of Trump, that I feel like everybody knows all of the crimes of Trump. And the fact of the matter is, they just think of him as like, oh, he's just a bad president. Like, that's probably how they think of him. Whereas I'm thinking of him as like, no, he's actually like new Hitler,
Yeah, no, facts.
And like, he has to go to prison forever. Whereas they're like, he's just a bad president. So I don't know. Maybe you're right. Maybe they end up going. But you saw the Josh Hart thing. He's anti-Trump, we know, because he's posted about that shit in the past. But then this week he posted like, Texas decided to forcibly teach the Bible in public schools. And he tweeted some shit that was like in support of that. And everybody was like, are you fucking stupid? Do you not know that this is like some Republican bullshit? It's destroying separation of church and state. It's shitting on the Constitution. Like, they're going to use the Bible to teach like racist shit and homophobic shit and all sorts of fucked up shit,
Yeah.
And he didn't know that. Apparently he deleted the tweet though, because apparently after a while he saw everybody's response was like, "Fuck you, you don't know what you're talking about," and then he's like, "All right, shit,"
I mean, I don't know how like just common sense doesn't come into play in any of these situations where it's like, all right, teaching the Bible in school, like it just on the surface of that, it just
Crazy.
doesn't make sense.
It's like saying, should we teach the Quran in school?
Yeah,
You know,
like
how would they react if we said, oh, we're going to teach the Quran?
100%. And it's like I've said this in the past. It's like putting Bibles in hotel rooms is like
That's so wild.
is wild to me. And it's like there's so many different religions, there's so many different faiths, and it's like to think that your shit is just superior to all others, like
That's right.
that you're gonna mass teach it in schools is like it's almost like idiotic. And it's like I don't get how people think that's the way, you know, and
because it's not, they don't really think it. It's just like, it's supremacy. It's Christian supremacy. It's like, we're better than you because we're better than you, you know, like they're forcing it. It's just forcing their religion on people in the same way they want to force, you know, ban abortions, for example, ban gay marriage, shit like that, you know?
Yeah, man, it's fucking wild. Like, and yeah, that one was weird to me. And like, and that's where I almost thought in a sense, like, Josh could get skewed to start, you know, duped by Trump because, like, you know, like Trump is like what do you say? Like the Bible's my favorite book, and then the dude was like, "Well, what's your favorite verse?" And he was like, "Well, I don't want to get into specifics."
Yeah, oh yeah. No, he goes, "Which is your favorite testament?" And he's like, "Or was it testament or was it Bible verse? I don't remember." But he's like, "I don't want to get."
I think it was Bible verse. Yeah,
I don't want to get into it. I like them both equal. And then he started selling Trump Bibles. He sells fucking Trump Bibles, bro. How fucking he's such an insane con artist. It's so absurd.
I hope they literally all go to jail, man. This is one of the shits that I had queued up, man, because
if the Democratic Party becomes him, talking about Zoran Mamdani, Stephen A. Smith is saying this, you have no chance, not for the presidency, not in the Senate, not in the House, no chance. He has no idea what he's talking about.
That shit, man.
He has no idea what he's talking about. First of all, Zoran's one of the few politicians who, as he's been in office, his approval rating has gone up. Usually, as soon as they get in that bitch, their approval rating goes down. So his shit went up. He delivered on the rent freeze. He's delivering on universal, what is it, childcare?
Yep.
He's delivering on that shit. He fucking is filling like a record number of potholes. Like the shit he's doing, everybody loves the shit he's doing. So Stephen A. doesn't know what he's talking about. My favorite part of this clip, I watched the whole thing. My favorite part of this clip, he's like, the mayor of New York, who I really like, by the way, and I respect and I appreciate. I think he's a good dude, but there's no way you'll win with him. And it's like, it's the classic Stephen A. shit, like saying both things at the same time. But like what Stephen A. needs to understand is, dude, you are worth like $100 million.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, you're not supposed to like Zoran. We don't want you to like Zoran. Your taxes are going up, bitch. And we're going to take that money and we're going to use it to fund shit for everyday people. So like, you can whine and cry and bitch and moan, but you're the person who should be whining and crying and bitching and moaning because he's not there to represent you. He's there to represent the person who makes $35,000 a year and can barely make rent, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. Like everything he's done has been a success. And it's just funny to see. I mean, like the New York Post, I think is just like blatant. Like they're very aggressively against him. I think they're very right wing. Like, they just look like they look. It's comical, like that the way they're going at him because it's like you see these headlines and you're like, yeah, that doesn't track. Like that doesn't make sense. Like you're clearly just like against him. And even this shit, like it's like this makes no sense. All the people that Zoran fucking like advocated for went 3-0, and now they're talking about all these other Democrats are like on watch because they're not as far to the left that Zoran is. So it's like, and now the conversation has even begun. They asked him on like CBS or some shit like, will they change the law so you can run for president? Like you're now eligible because you're 35 or some shit or whatever the age is. But like the conversation has shifted so much that like it's like, all right, we know that everybody fucks with you. So it's like, all right, now let's start a conversation of like, would you ever run for president if shit got changed? You know, and it's just like, it's so funny to see people still try to be against him because it's like, clearly nobody is against him anymore. And everyone that he rocks with is winning. And the whole Democratic Party is like changing. And it's kind of dope because it's like, this is where you've been at for a while. Like,
we always wanted this.
And it's like, either get with it or get lost because it's like all these people that we've been talking about for a minute, like who's the guy? Jeffries
Hassan
or some.
Piker. Hassan
No,
Piker.
no. Jeffries.
Oh, Hakeem Jeffries, the Speaker of the House.
Yeah,
or the minority leader. Yeah.
Like people were coming at him, right? Like saying that
Mhm.
like he's getting booed and shit like that. Like Schumer's dumb old. Like it's time now where it's like hopefully
Evolve
all
or
of
get
these
the fuck out of the way. Yeah. Mhm.
100% and all of these cats that are doing corrupt shit right now, you'd hope to see that like jail time, like and shit starts happening to them when it's done because like their time is coming. And it's just a matter of like how fucking fucked up is the world gonna be where like we maybe can't withstand earthquakes and crazy shit because it's like they fucked up global warming so much that like that shit we can't change. But like policy shit we can maybe change.
They're crashing out and they're really going after Zoran because they know their time is up. They know that they
100.
have no hope. They know that like they're losing their grip on power. Nobody's interested in what they're doing or saying. And so one of these centrist Democrats wrote a manifesto to like disagree with the DSA and with Zoran. And they brought it up to Zoran and he's like, I'm not reading that shit. he's like, I'm not reading that shit. He was like, I'm not interested in manifestos and writing those shits or reading those shits. He's like, I'm busy lowering the rent, bro. Like I'm busy like actually doing wins for everyday people. And yeah, that's why they're crashing out. Did you see the New York Post thing where they went after him for violating the dress code at the pool? You saw this?
I saw that shit. He's
bro. He jumped in the water in his suit as like a joke because they said bring a suit, and he was like, okay, I'll bring my suit, and he wore like a business suit, and he jumped in the water, and they were like, you're violating the dress code by jumping in your suit. How dare you? It's like, bro, this is what you guys are reduced to try to go after one of the most popular politicians in the country.
Yeah, it's a fucking joke. But like, I fuck with the fact that like he's just making that much waves and shit. You know, like he's really changing the game, bro.
What he is doing is he is reminding people that it's a bullshit lie when we're told there's nothing we could really do to make your life better as the government. That's what we've been told our whole lives. The Republicans actively get in there and try to make your life worse, like purposefully every day, right?
Yep.
But then Democrats get in there, and what they do is they block the worst of what the Republicans do. But the most they'll do is like little tweaks around the edges to like make your life a little bit better, but only like 2%, right? Yep. What Zoran's proving is, with the power of the government, I can go in there and really improve your life, like drastically improve your life. Yep. And what's happening is the Republicans are crashing out and screaming that he's a communist to try to take him down, which of course is not going to work. But then the centrist Democrats are now like whining and crying too, because they're realizing our trick is up now. Like now, if we don't actually deliver for people the same way Zoran does, people are going to be pissed at us. And they don't want to do that. And so that's why we're remaking the party now. Now it's all being remade in Zoran's image. And that shit is a fucking glorious thing to see, man.
Yeah, it's been pretty cool. I mean, like I forgot what I was going to say, but
everybody's looking at New York right now, like jealous about like the rest of the country's burning down and like on fire and everybody's drowning. And New York City is like this little oasis in the desert where everybody's like having a good time, laughing, enjoying each other's company, have great shit going on. You know, like it really makes New York as, you know, it looks as special as it is now with Zoran running it, you know?
Oh, that's what I remember. Did Ted Cruz write some shit or say some shit where he basically was like signing off where he feels like it's the end for him or some shit like that?
I didn't see that.
I feel like I saw something today where he put out a statement or he put out a social media video or some shit where he basically was like signing off, or it was like his final send off to people or some shit because he felt like his time was up. But I don't. Is the governor race in Texas coming up or some shit like that?
Well, he's a senator, not the governor.
Oh, senator.
But yeah, I don't know. I didn't see that, so I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that shit is real. I probably would have heard of it if it was like anything serious.
Yeah, I thought
he may have been trolling on some shit. I don't know. Here, I'll pull up his Twitter and see if I can find anything. He's tweeting about Zoran, by the way. Our realtors thank Comrade Mamdani for selling so many homes in Texas and Florida, except that's bullshit. And now more people are going to New York since he's been there. Like they made it seem like the rich people are going to run away because of Zoran taxing them more. And that actually hasn't happened at all.
No one's leaving.
No, they're not. I'm still looking.
Nothing with his shit. Let me see.
Yeah, no, I don't see anything. J Supreme Court decision. James bullshit.
Yeah, he said, "I fear this could be my farewell. Please watch my heartfelt video." I don't know what it was. Let me see.
It's some trolling shit. He's trolling. He's a troll. You know how he is.
Let's see if this.
He's gonna run for president again. You know that, right? We're gonna have to sit through another fucking
Ted Cruz
campaign. Yeah, he's gonna run for president again. 100%.
Let's see if this works. Oh, there's no sound.
Yeah, there's no sound.
They know Democrats are betting everything on these midterms. They know that it's their last chance to derail the Trump administration and to try to undo everything we've achieved.
Amen.
Yes, their massive spending is terrifying.
What about your massive spending?
But honestly, that's not what keeps me up at night. What keeps me up is this. Democrats are giving every one of their candidates free access to a powerful master voter file, the exact same secret weapon that helped put President Trump back in the White House and reclaimed our Senate majority. I need to know you are still with me
This guy wants
as I
money.
fight to protect and even to expand our Senate majority. Even $5 or $10
he's asking for
makes
money.
a
It's
difference.
just fundraising shit. That's
Please
all.
click the link.
What a punk, man.
Yeah, it's all bullshit. Yeah.
Don't they have enough money?
I mean, you know, it's always when you run for political office, you raise money like fucking 24/7. That's like what they do most of the time, you know?
It's fucking, yeah, someone said it's fucking greedy, bro. Like at some point, like, don't you have enough money? What do you need more money for?
First campaign. His first fucking campaign, I would imagine, you know?
Ugh.
I know. He's going to run for president. We're going to have to sit through another Ted Cruz fucking presidential campaign, dog. I'm Ted Cruz.
Fucking thinks can be president again.
I mean, you know, all these guys are fucking, they're all insane sociopathic narcissists, you know? Marco Rubio's going to run. JD Vance is going to run. Ted Cruz is going to run. It's going to be a fucking shit show.
Shout out to Obama. Did you see any of his clips from All the Smoke?
I saw the clip where he was saying I'm living rent free in Trump's head. And I don't know if you saw that poll that came out today, but here I'm gonna actually let me give everybody this because it's fucking hilarious. But okay, so new polling that came out today: the most popular politicians in America. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Number 1, Barack Obama. Number 2, you want to take a guess? Who number 2 is?
Abraham Lincoln.
Alive politicians.
Oh, okay. Zoran.
Number 1, Barack Obama. Number 2, Bernie Sanders.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Number 3, you just
Zoran.
said it. Zoran Mamdani. Number 4, Mayor Pete Buttigieg. Number 5, John Ossoff. And number 6, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez.
Wow, so like majority fucking left people.
Literally all of them are Democrats. All of them are Democrats. Every single one. And Obama actually has a pretty solid lead on everybody. Like, he's the most liked politician in the country, sort of by far. So
He's
Trump
kinda,
is going to cope over that shit. OD. You know?
Yeah. He's I fuck with him, man, because he's always been gangster, but now I think he's like playing into like the like kind of gangster shit even more. Like he's trying to be like even more G, where it's like he's like saying cool things and like kind of like being sly about shit, but like
I think everybody has a newfound respect for him just because people didn't realize how bad it could get. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, sitting through this regime is like, I don't know how everybody else feels, but I certainly feel like just give me a fucking adult to try to like stop the bleeding. Like, we are bleeding out on the ground, hemorrhaging until we die as a country. Like, give me an adult to like stop the motherfucking bleeding. And Obama is the ultimate adult. You know what I'm saying? Where you felt like, I didn't agree with every decision he made. In fact, I think he made a lot of horrible decisions. But at the end of the day, you knew he was an adult and he was like thinking through things rationally. And he was like handling the shit as it came his way.
Yep.
Whereas Trump is just a fucking total psychopath, like a serial killer who grabbed the wheel of the country. And so I think that's why he's always had a pretty high approval rating since he's been out of office. Like, it's been consistently high. But I think now it's an even bigger. Like, I don't know if you saw, but like the young kids on TikTok or whatever, they were like, they were doing these like nostalgia throwbacks to like imagine living in 2016. Like that was their idea of like, damn, if we could go back to 2016, because 2016 was it was the end of the Obama era, where like it felt like from 2012 to 2016, it sort of felt like, we might get this shit on track, you know?
Yeah.
And then it just like got so bad, you know?
It's still sad seeing like George Bush like be invited to all these shits.
Yeah,
and,
fuck
like,
him. Fuck him. That's
yeah.
one thing. I can't fuck with liberals on that, man, where they try to do the like, all of these presidents are adults, and you see fucking George W. Bush with the Democrats, and it's like, nah, man, he's the original Trump. Get the fuck out of here. That motherfucker was Trump before Trump with his illegal war and his massive recession and his tax cuts for the rich. Fuck him. He's not welcome in the club. He can get the fuck out of here, you know?
Yep. And that's why, and I've said this shit back since 88. There will be a time.
You're right. I know what you're going to say.
When Trump is invited to all of these shits.
If he's not dead,
If he's not dead. And he's, you know, smiling and people are like, oh, yeah, shaking his hand and shit like that and laughing because he's, you know, people forget about that shit, man. It's like
they do. It's so true. But, bro, you know what Bush's approval rating was when he left office? It was like 25% or 29%.
Lower than Trump shit right now.
Yeah, Trump shit is like 30 to 34 right now. Lower than Trump shit right now. And
which
then
is wild because like everybody hates Trump unless you're a fucking like raging lunatic.
That's right. And so if he was able to bounce back from that shit in the eyes of the public just by going away for a hot minute, the same shit. People be like, oh yeah, remember the Trump era where everything was like sort of wild and new and edgy and fun? Instead of thinking of it as traumatic, they'll think of it as like, damn, those were some fun times, weren't they? When we didn't know what the fuck was going on. That's how people will think of that shit.
Yeah. I equate that shit to fucking, in a weird way, like O.J. Simpson. And I just saw recently that like the Buffalo Bills they're building a new stadium and they're not putting his shit in it. And I kind of was like, I don't know how I felt about that shit because I kind of was like, he was not guilty. He was found not guilty on his shit. He clearly fucking murdered her. But like,
all right, he was technically not guilty, but he did murder her.
Technically not. And in a weird way, I saw this today because I brought up Bill Maher earlier. But I don't know if you saw this, but he did one of his little like whatever his other shit is besides Real Time. His podcast.
Right. Club Random. Yeah.
Club Random. He had Kevin Spacey on the shit.
Saw that.
And it just irked me the wrong way, man, because they were sitting there laughing and he was like,
smoking
yeah,
weed.
you know, I try to look at your situation and like people were coming at you. And if one person comes out, I wasn't in that room with you, so I don't know. But, you know, and Kevin Spacey was like, yeah, you know, it was a fire that could have gotten put out. It wasn't a massive wildfire. I was like, bro, you were accused of like molesting or sexually assaulting like 14-year-old boys and shit like that. Like, why are you guys laughing about this shit?
I know.
You know, like,
I know.
So
well,
like,
did you see that clip of sorry to cut you off. Go ahead.
No, go.
Well, I was gonna say, did you see that clip of Mar where he had like little kids on that podcast, Club Random, and he starts talking about porn with them?
No,
and they're like little. They're like 10-year-old kids, and he's talking about porn. Yeah, like
he's a weird dude. Bro.
He's on some creepy ass shit, man. He's a creeper.
He thinks he's on like low key. He better fucking chill because he's gonna be the next dude to get on like canceled because he thinks he's on some like. I think he thinks he's on some superior God level shit where it's like I could interview anybody, I could say anything, I could do anything, but it's like you're gonna fucking get a reality check soon where you're gonna get fucking checked that people aren't gonna fuck with you anymore. And like I'd love to see the ratings of Real Time because that shit must be down.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's the thing is like he's just protected by HBO, but I'm sure his numbers are down.
Yeah.
He's got no natural audience anymore. The left hates him, the right hates him. Only like centrists like him. And this moment in history has like the fewest centrists of all time. People are like, pick a motherfucking side. Nobody's sitting there like, oh, I see some points on both sides. Like nobody fucking believes that anymore, you know?
No, he's fucking bad, man. And like, yeah, the Kevin Spacey shit rubbed me kind of the wrong way because I was like, yo, it's weird to get like, it's okay. Like, yeah, sure, if you want to give people a platform to talk, but like,
he's a fucking notorious pedophile. Fuck him.
Yeah.
Like, we invited on the guy who did the drone strike on all the Iranian little girls that we killed. Hey, man, how are you today? He's like, I'm great. Like, fuck that guy. Don't bring that guy on, you know?
True. Yeah, that's a good ass point. All right, I got a couple more things before we get to some super chats. You are in DC, so you're close to it. Have you been to the fucking Freedom Fair, bro?
No, hell no, man. I covered it today. I have not been there. I'm not going to that shit. That shit.
Have you seen any of the fucking excess
of
of this shit?
Oh, no. So, we were here on shit. What day was it? What day did we bring? Was it Thursday night? It may have Wednesday night or something like that. Whatever the first day of the shit was, where they kicked it off. We were here, and at the top of our building, we have a pool, and we brought the kids because like they were excited to like come to DC. It was sort of like take your kid to work type shit. And so we were on the roof at the pool, and then we hear this loud ass noise and look above us. One of those stealth fighter jets was flying. And I had never seen one of those shits fly in real life. The stealth jets, have you ever seen those shits fly?
No.
You definitely never seen them fly, but do you know what I'm talking about? What they look like?
Yeah.
They're like flat as fuck, and they got a weird shape to them.
Yeah.
And anyway, so they flew overhead, and I started recording that shit. That apparently was for the launch of this shit. They did a flyover, and it was the launch of this shit. But this shit has been the most embarrassing thing, man. This shit has been the saddest thing I've ever seen in my life. Like 17 people are there. Most of them have no teeth. It looks like the whole shit is built with like cardboard and fucking duct tape. Like, I mean, the images coming out of there are just embarrassing. Like, and by the way, this was supposed to be a big deal, but then Trump made it all about himself. And then like nobody wants to come anymore, you know?
Yeah. I mean, the fact that it says like, so the event is postponed due to severe weather. The event's postponed, go to freedom, whatever, blah, blah. And then literally it says, the thing is, there's nothing extreme about any of the weather in DC right now. It's partly cloudy and clearing up, no rain. So it's like, they're trying to fucking find a reason, like Trump has always done, to just either come up with an excuse or say some shit is going on because of it. Like, I mean, you're in DC. Was it crazy rain? Like, was it anything that could have postponed this shit?
No, certainly not today. Today was nice. I think yesterday was not bad. They did 2 different weather postponements, and one of them made sense. The second one, people were saying not really. But yeah, like you said, they'll try anything to cover it up. You saw there were concerts where there were like 3 people out in a field.
Well, it's
like
just
people are
flat
singing
out
to
lie.
3 people.
Yeah, Mr. Oz, Dr. Oz is standing on stage saying it's like it's a huge crowd, and literally there's a dude out there that goes and pans his camera to the fucking crowd, and there's like 14 people in that bitch.
Yep. Yeah, man.
Well, it's just you just lie. It's just lying.
That's what they do. Like Republican politics couldn't function without just endless lies. Like that's all they're good for is just lies. But yeah, this is actually sad, man. Like it's like you're watching the downfall of our country in real time. It reminded me of the military parade. You remember that shit? Where like I thought that shit was gonna be scary and fascist as fuck and like show all of our strength
from like 1940, like skirt.
Creaking down the road. My favorite was a dude was carrying a drone down the street and holding it up like it was a fucking model plane. There were some fat ass soldiers with bad posture marching like they didn't want to fucking be there. You had like 7 people watching that shit. Like it's the opposite. If anything, it's just showing how like pathetic we are, you know?
Yeah, it's
crumbling
sad,
empire.
man.
That's what happens when the empire crumbles. This is what it looks like. When they just start looting the treasury and stealing all the money, like this is what it looks like, you know?
It's fucking sad. I mean, like low key, you do your show and shit like that, but like I would be intrigued to just go see what the fuck this shit is. Like, you know, like what there's no part of you that's like, let me go pop down there and see what type of history they're talking about from each state and all this shit.
Well, no, because number one, I don't really want to do it anyway. But number 2, I know that like those booths are all bullshit. Like over a dozen states didn't even show up for the shit. Right. Like it's not real. And then number 3, apparently to get in, it's actually a pain in the ass. Like you got to go through a whole bunch of different levels.
Oh, really?
Of fucking
security and
security type shit, and then you get in. But like it takes a while to get in. Once you're in, it's like empty and fucking annoying, you know?
Yeah, I mean that shit looked like bare bones. The shit that I saw in the video of Dr. Oz, and he was trying to say that there was mad people there. There's literally nobody there. He was like saying I don't know if it was a senator or a governor was going to win from Virginia or some shit like that. He was trying to say some lady was going to win, and there was like 4 people clapping.
Oh yeah, that's not happening. Virginia is blue right now, and this with this political environment, more Democrats are going to win there. You know?
Yeah, that shit is sad, man. I mean, like that on top of the fucking Washington Monument pool shit. Like, is there any resolution from that shit?
I haven't seen it lately, but they're saying like, oh yeah, we made the changes and the algae's gone or whatever, but it's just going to go right back to being algae within a week or 2, you know? So yeah, I mean, that's what, again, he gave a no bid contract to some mobster guy and he took a cut and they did a shitty job. Like, this is what happens when you have a government that's like a mess, that's corrupt, you know?
Jesus. All right, I got a couple more things for you. I wanted to ask your opinion here. I know we spoke about this before, but Molly wanted to ask me this because I'll read it because it's just type long. But it's on the tipping culture. She saw like a thing on Facebook or some shit, but it was like, to everyone, so their bill was $629, and it said to everyone acting like tipping rules are written in stone. Let's talk about it. I had a $612 bill, and suddenly I'm supposed to leave a $120 bill tip just because the total was higher. Same plates were carried, same drinks were refilled, same amount of time at the table, but somehow this menu prices decide the service pay. I left a $9 tip. That's still real money. A couple hours of service. Long story short, like if I order a fucking $90 steak, I got a tip, or a $100 steak, I got to tip $20. But on the same menu, if you order chicken tenders, $20, you fucking tip $2 or some shit like that. It's the same weight of plates,
I get what they're saying, but here's where it sort of falls apart. In order to get to a bill of $629, you weren't just getting food for one person or even two people. You were getting food for like probably 5 or 6 people. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so if you're getting food for that many people, that's way more dishes, that's way more drinks, that's way more time, that's way more labor. So like they're doing more work to earn more money. And by the way, to act like it's like, oh, why does it work like this? It's always fucking worked like this. Now, I'm against tipping like everybody else in the sense that if I could snap my fingers and make it so we no longer even have tipping, we just pay people the amount they should be paid up front. That's what I want for my ideal. Yep. But since we don't have that and we live with tipping right now, he can't act surprised like, oh, I'm supposed to leave like 20%. Yeah, bitch, it's always been like that. You're always supposed to leave like 20%. So I think this person is being fucked up, man. Especially because if you have the money to pay for a $629 dinner, you have the money to do a $125 tip. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't act like, oh, I'm so broke. If you were so broke, you wouldn't have had the $629 dinner. Your ass would have went and got some ramen fucking noodles from the grocery store. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Facts.
So sort of fuck this guy. Especially, they're fucked up too because they left a motherfucking essay at the bottom of that bitch. Like,
100%.
Like, here, let me write my thoughts for a fucking hour after
now read a novel after I tip you no fucking money.
Fuck that. I ain't reading all that shit, but give him $125 for sure,
I guess more so the point I'm making is not even on this bill, but like not that I'm making, that I guess they're saying is like if they're carrying, even if it's a fucking $20 bill, they're carrying the same plates. So it's like, do you just automatically have to tip 20% because your steak is that much more expensive than some chicken fingers or some shit like that?
I mean, that's how the rule has always been, Like, I get it that the amount of labor you're doing if you're carrying a steak versus carrying chicken fingers is the same amount of labor.
Yeah,
so theoretically, it makes no sense to pay more because you got something more expensive. But it's always been customary that, like, you do 20% minimum or 15% minimum of what the bill is,
Yeah.
So, I mean, I could see somebody saying, because I ordered something really expensive, but it wasn't that labor intensive, I'll stick to 15% tip instead of like 25. I could see that. But doing like $9 instead of 125 is like, you're just a sort of an asshole,
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I also, and this is where, we've said this in the past, like Sagar will be like, oh, European food is better or some shit. And I actually don't even know what the fuck he said, but I feel like I'm paraphrasing what he says. I'm like, European food is better and the service is better and this and all this shit. But like, my argument is like, all these people are coming from all these different countries now for the World Cup. And you're seeing all these viral videos of everybody fucking with our culture. Like there's all these Norwegian fans and all these people now that are like, taking ranch dressing home and their fucking luggage and all this shit. And it's like, there's the dude on Norway who went to like, he went to a New York deli and he got a sandwich and was like really fucking with that shit. It's like our food and our culture and all our fucking concoctions of food is way better than any European, than any fucking Southern American shit. Like our fucking food and all of the shit that we do is way better than any other countries. And I'll fucking stand on that shit, man.
Well, the thing about New York is that it's sort of like a mix of all these different cultures,
Everything.
which is why
Yeah.
you can get anything you want in New York, and you can get really good anything in New York. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
So like,
But
in a
even
sense-
even something so basic as like ranch dressing.
yeah, I feel like
like-
that's uniquely American that we love our ranch dressing and we put it on a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that's uniquely American. So I could see a European, especially if they were coming from like the UK or some shit, and they try
Yes.
like some of our staples. They'd be like, "Oh, this is much better than fish and chips, mate." You know, and it's like,
That's what I'm
true,
saying.
it is better than fish and chips. There's no doubt about that. Yeah, I
So
would
don't
say
yeah.
it's up there. Like, it's up there. When you talk about food from New York City in particular, it's fucking up there. But like, I don't know, maybe Italy might have a stake on that shit. Mexico might
Yeah, I
have
guess
a
so.
stake on that shit. But like, that's I'm biased because those are the shits I've always liked.
Yeah, that's a good point. I guess like for their specific niche, like little like you got tacos from Mexico or you got like pizza or pasta from Italy, but like
For
every
anything,
fucking
yeah, every
state
type of
has
dish,
some shit. Like
you
you
can
could go to
get-
Kentucky and get some fucking banging ass Southern shit, and like that, like Italy. I'm sure, like the top of Italy, you can get the same type of pasta you get in fucking south of Italy. If you go to Kentucky and get some banging ass fucking like Southern ass food, I don't know what argument I'm fucking making on that shit.
Well, I was gonna say there's definitely differences in cuisine from northern Italy to southern Italy, but
Yeah,
I agree with you in a limited sense in that if you're comparing New York City to the rest of the world, like you're gonna find food you love in New York City because you could find food from any culture in New York City and you can get authentic that sort of food,
Yeah,
like there'll be
how
somebody
dare you,
who does
fish
it.
and chips is like fish and chips is not the best.
No,
shit.
no, well,
Like,
hold up, pause. I fuck with fish and chips. Like I could fuck
Dead
with some
ass?
fish and chips, but if you give somebody who eats fish and chips in the UK and you're like, here, have some of our best chicken fingers from the US, they're gonna go, I like the chicken fingers better,
that's what the fuck I'm saying. Like chicken
Yeah.
fingers and fries from somewhere banging here,
Beats
in my
the fish and
opinion,
chips.
is
Yeah.
way better than some fish and chip. Because like chips.
That's what they
Like-
call fries. It's the same shit.
No, I know, but
Yeah.
but I'm saying like you could get some. I mean, I don't know. I don't really like fish, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe some fish. And
Now you
some
would like
fucking-
fish. You would like fish from fish and chips because it's like it's almost like chicken. Like they make them like chicken fingers. It tastes almost like chicken fingers.
I
It's the most
guess, yeah.
inoffensive, non-fishy fish you've ever had in your life.
I guess it's hard for me to put up because I could say like there's been some places where I've had some good ass chicken fingers.
That's what I'm saying, like,
crispy.
Yes, and I could
thin.
see somebody coming to the U.S. eating that and having their mind blown and taking back ranch in their fucking on the plane with them.
That's what I'm saying. So anyone who's trying to say like, oh, European food is like this, that, and the other, like, no, like there's some shit somewhere. Like there's a shit in Sacramento that can fucking shit on your shit in Paris or some shit like that. All right, I got like quickly like one other shit. Do you remember this shit?
100%. Yeah, I remember that.
That shit takes me back like
I had one of
to
those.
fucking. That was like, so for anyone that doesn't know, in 2000, this was like a planner, agenda, schedule type of shit that like they might have gave this out to everybody in
I
school,
feel like
right?
they did, or else how could we all have it? Like we all have a memory of having that,
Right? Yeah. Also, there was a I don't know if it was a middle school or a high school in New Jersey that, did you see this, put a photo of baby Hitler in their yearbook and had to retract it from all of their yearbooks?
Why the fuck did they do that?
I guess someone was like, this is my baby photo.
No.
And it was like baby Hitler or some shit like that.
Oh
Um,
no.
But I saw this photo and it took me back to just like scratching the surface of the planner, and it just was a core memory. And I also wanted to get your thoughts too, because so we obviously went to high school together, and there's someone who's trying to plan our high school because it's coming up on 20 years for us, and he's organizing some shit, and basically it was $125 per person, open food, open bar, open food. And I kind of was like, it seems like a lot of money for like a reunion type of shit. Does that seem, am I weird for thinking that's a lot of money for like a reunion?
I mean, I just think they're trying to cover the costs, whatever the costs are. If
Yeah.
you got to like rent out a restaurant and cater a bunch of food, and so they're just crunching the numbers to try to figure out what do we need in order to like afford everything. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I don't think they're profiting off it at all.
No, I didn't think they were profiting off it, but I also was just like, you're just trying to get people together on some shit, like just call
could
a
do it at-
bar or something like
yeah,
that.
you could do it. You could do it where it's just like go to a bar and everybody, but then it's not really a reunion. It's more of like a let's just meet up, you know? To make
Yeah.
it an official reunion, you got to cater some shit, you know?
100%. Yeah, I think, you kind of just swayed me with that one little fucking sentence right there. Because at first I was like, maybe just because I'm fucking broke and cheap as fuck, that I was like, 125 is kind of OD to be asking people from Rochelle to like pony up beforehand to go to some shit. But
I would love to know what our fellow classmates have been up to, you know? I'd
yeah,
love
I
to know
guess.
how everybody's doing, you know?
Well, they're trying to organize some shit, so I'll send you the link. It's on Facebook.
I'm definitely not
all
going to that shit. But
You'd be the one motherfucker that everybody wants to see, bro, because like I always send to you that our high school always does like a honorary
Wall of Fame, and they keep me off it. Yeah.
Wall of Fame. It's
I
like
get
a
it,
Hall
I
of
get it.
Fame of like, people that have like come through our high school. And I'll always send to you, I'm like, who is this fucking Daffy that like they're celebrating? They never do you, but like
It'll be some like JP Morgan CEO or some
Yeah,
shit, or
it's like
JP
just a
Morgan
bunch of
vice president.
bullshit.
And it's like, fuck that guy. Nobody likes that guy. He's
Yeah.
fucking robbing everybody blind. But I get why
Yeah.
I'm too controversial for them to put my shit up, you know? Like I get it.
I guess.
You can't have my face on the wall and then somebody looks up what I say and it's like Republicans are all terrorists and pedophiles.
Yeah, it's true.
And then
But
it's
you'd
like,
be-
damn, he just called half the country terrorists and pedophiles. Like, I get it. I get why you wouldn't put me up, you know?
Facts. But I'm sure if you looked up the record of all like some people from like 1970s, they probably said weird shit too.
True. But I mean, my job is to say like uncomfortably true things, you know?
True.
It's like
Facts.
on a daily basis, I'm saying some wild shit that is true, but people be like, that's sort of fucked up, but it's totally true.
100%. All right, this is the last shit I got before we get to some super chats.
But by the way, we don't have any Republicans from our high school, though. Now that I think about it, like all these people are not going to be Republicans, so like they
No.
wouldn't even be upset at me, you know?
Yeah, maybe administration. Who
True.
fuck knows?
Yeah. Let's see. The Warriors are trying to build the oldest super team in the NBA. Yeah, I saw this, man. It's crazy how they went from saying LeBron is definitely going to go back to Miami to LeBron is definitely going to go back to the Cavs to now LeBron is definitely going to go to the Golden State Warriors. And I saw that Draymond Green is taking like a pay cut to try to bring Anthony Davis and LeBron.
Oh, is that true?
That's true. Yeah. So they're working on that shit. But man, like it would be. They don't have enough shoot. I mean, Steph Curry is the best shooter in the world, but like they need more shooting on this team, you know?
Well, one, I would just lose so much respect for LeBron if like this is how he ended his career. Like,
Really?
you know what?
I disagree with that completely.
Oh, really?
Oh, bro, he's already paid his dues 78,000 times over. He could join any.
Oh, so you're cool with just going whatever?
Yeah, he's fucking 41 years old. Like he could play for any team, and I won't think any less of him. Like he could do whatever the fuck he wants. He could ride the bench. He could do whatever the fuck he
guess.
wants, man. Like he
I
earned
guess,
whatever.
but
the
it's
fuck.
also kind of just like a cop out. Like it's like, all right, you're
Is
gonna
it
go win
though?
a chip with like Steph Curry and like just put a
Corin, do you remember what Vince Carter looked like at 38?
fucking. Oh yeah. I mean,
This
he was the-
motherfucker was like 20 pounds overweight, was moving
Yeah.
at half the speed he could move at in the past, could barely fucking get off the ground anymore. And
True.
like he was playing real and like that was him at 38.
Yeah,
LeBron is 40 motherfucking one, bro. Like there's
he's
no
still doing it.
you're still thinking of him as like 2012 or 2016 Bron. Like, nah, man, he's old as fuck.
So
like
you're
whatever
cool. So he
does,
wins a ring with this squad. You're cool with it.
I would say it's probably one of the best rings of all time up there with the Knicks because this team is old as dirt. This team, you know what this team is like? This team is like when the Lakers had like Kobe, Karl Malone, fucking, what was it? The like 03-04 squad where they tried to do a super team.
Steve
it's like
Nash,
that
I
team,
think they had on that
Steve
squad.
Nash. It's like when the Rockets try to do Scott Pippen and fucking
Yeah.
Charles Barkley and Hakeem Olajuwon. Like, that's what this
Clyde
is.
Drexler.
And Clyde Drexler. So, like, I don't think this is even capable of coming close to working, but I do want to see it, though. I think they'll fail miserably, but I do want to see this shit, though.
I can see that argument. I mean, it's like, yeah, he's already paid his service to the NBA. It's like if he wants to fucking put a season in with trying to win with who he thinks are his guys, go for it, you know?
Because, like, if you put yourself in their shoes right now, what all of them are probably thinking, Steph Curry, LeBron, Draymond, and Anthony Davis, they're all realizing, like, okay, look, we're kind of fucking old right now. Like, we're old. Anthony Davis gets injured every 7 seconds.
Yes,
LeBron is,
seriously.
like, close to fucking retiring and playing golf every day. Like, and so if you're them, the logical thing to think is, well, I could get together with some other young superstar on some team that's their team, but I would sort of be imposing if I did that. Or we could do on some greatest hits type shit let me take one of my biggest rivals, who's the best shooter in the world in history, and let me try to team up with him, and we'll do it together as like a aging squad. But even so, like they're going to be the underdogs against the Knicks. They're going to be the underdogs against, OKC. They're going to be the underdogs against the Spurs. And so I kind of want to see it because I want to see like how far can they fucking take it. But again, I don't think, if I'm being honest, I know it sounds kind of fucked up. I think that's a first round playoff exit, bro, on that
for
squad.
the Warriors.
I think that's a first round exit.
Really?
A first round exit. I do, yeah. Because they're old. Steph Curry's old. Anthony Davis is old. LeBron is old. Draymond is old. They don't have enough shooting.
Yeah, but old works in the fucking YMCA when the fucking 50-year-olds are setting picks and putting, like they're experienced.
That's not an 82. No, the Knicks are experienced. They're fucking geriatric. They're that in 82 game season, they're gonna hold up. Their body's gonna hold up. Not a shot, dog. No chance.
Just get me to the playoffs and then try it out.
Bring in the oxygen, bring in the steroids, bring in the EPO because they're gonna need that bitch to even get to the second round. Okay.
I mean, they're not fucking 90. They're still fucking with it a little bit.
41 in NBA years when you've been in the league since you were a fucking teenager.
Yeah, it's true.
Oh my days. He's driving a car that has like 450,000 miles on that bitch. And the car won't break down. That car's going to fucking break down at some point, dog.
That's a good point. Yeah, I mean, I guess you make a fucking good argument for that shit.
But I want to see it. Like now, the more we talk about it, the more I'm interested in seeing it because I don't think it's going to work, but I want to see them try. I want to see how far it gets. If they were to win a ring, I would fucking take my hat off to that shit. 100%.
Yeah, I fuck with that. Yeah, you kind of swayed me. I'm not really sold on the Heat and Giannis going down there because they don't really have anybody else to go with him.
And they also have no shooting at all. When you have fucking
him and Bam,
you have Bam Adebayo, Giannis, and fucking LeBron. Like LeBron would be the best shooter of those.
Oh no, I'm saying if LeBron doesn't even go there, I think they don't have a squad with Giannis and Bam.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah. I'd say it's either going to be Cavs. Okay, let me run this by you real quick. I think he wanted to stay with the Lakers because his life is now in LA and he's too old to do all this moving shit. He doesn't want to do all this moving shit. Yeah, he's fucking chilling there. So I think he wants Lakers, right? But outside of that, he'd be cool with Cavs. He was just in Ohio. He was nominally playing golf, but he was definitely there to talk business with the Cavs, right? Then outside of that, I don't see the Miami shit happening. I don't think that's going to happen. I could see the Warriors, but low-key a sleeper pick, the Clippers. Because then he doesn't have to move.
Yeah, but they're talking about Kawhi. Is that Kawhi staying or Kawhi going to Toronto?
No, Kawhi's gone. He's going to Toronto. Yeah, I think it's already done that he's going to Toronto, I think. But LeBron on the Clippers, and he can maybe bring in one or two other people and do one more ride with, that's his farewell tour type shit, and just see what he could scrap together as either the leading guy or the number two guy, with whoever.
It's funny you say that because they always talked about Kobe. I think Kobe was very close to going to the Clippers one season. Because to your point, it was like, I don't gotta dip out.
I'm still right here, still in the same fucking thing. Yeah, totally.
That'd be an interesting one. I mean, Julius Randle just went back to Brooklyn, but that's that's not the same as
coming back to New York with the other team. Yeah,
that's like the Clippers at least are playoff contention. The Nets is going to a fucking minor league fucking.
Yeah, they're the worst right now. All
right, you ready to get to some super chats?
Yeah, let's do it, man. Let's do it.
Okay. I got to start with this shit because our boy's back in the building, bro, and he came in fucking hot and heavy. So let me start with him, man.
Benjamin Gilbert, thanks, bro. Man, very, very kind donation.
Bless his OD. The AC is going to be on next week, bro. Thank you, bro.
Did you see the drama between Progressive Victory and Daria Leeser over her not supporting Ukraine? A lot of our community looks up to you. Would love to hear your thoughts. She ghosted us after we asked about Ukraine, even ghosting our pre-scheduled plans to set up phone banks. Do you think that's worth publicly calling her out on? I mean, I would say it just depends how much you value that particular issue, right? If you view that as a deal breaker, then of course. But if you view it, if you have a nuanced view on the issue, then probably not, right? So it's just it depends how central that is to your politics. I know that a lot of people in Progressive Victory tend to have a very hardline view on that issue. So I could see them, making an issue out of it and calling her out or whatever. But the thing that's kind of uncomfortable for Progressive Victory, though, is that she's 100% gonna be in the coalition, whether or not you want her there. You know, like you guys could draw a line and say, we're gonna like sort of kick her out of the Progressive Victory group, if you will. But like, she's gonna be in the Progressive Coalition because now she's a leading progressive who got elected. I think it's fair to say she's honestly the furthest left member of Congress now. I think she's way to the left of AOC. I think she's to the left of Rashida Tlaib and Ilhan Omar. I think she's to the left of Cori Bush, who I think is going to win again, by the way. She's running again. I think she's going to win again. Yeah, man, it's just a rough situation because I think she does disagree with Progressive Victory. Honestly, I think I disagree with her on this issue. You know, I think I disagree with her on this issue. So, yeah, it's a tough one. I mean, look, when it comes to Daria Lisa, there's other things, too, where, like, she actually is in favor of abolishing prisons. She's actually in favor of abolishing borders. Like, she's a real lefty. Like, I think it's fair to call her a communist. I don't think it's a smear to call her a communist. I think it's, like, descriptive to call her a communist. But as I've always said, and maybe this could be Progressive Victory's mindset as well, and I said this on my show today, she's to the left of me, but that's okay. I like that. I like that she's to the left of me. I need people to be in positions of power to the left of me for the simple reason that it drags the Overton window back to sanity. That right now we're dealing with so many extremist far-right fascists in power, and they've dragged the spectrum so far to the right that the center has also moved to the right. And with Daria Lisa being significantly to the left of me, it helps drag the spectrum back to sanity, where we're more likely to land on something like social democracy because we have people pulling hard in the other direction. So I definitely support her, even though there are a number of issues where I probably would disagree with her if I were to get into the specifics. But I would also just say, like, you know, for me personally, I don't view now as the time to really go after anybody who's sort of genuinely in the coalition. I understand going after the Diet MAGA Democrats. I understand going after the corporate Democrats. But anybody who's like in the coalition and is riding with us on like 8 out of 10 issues, I mean, it's very hard to, you know, target them and go after them because then you're just like, you're setting yourself in opposition to the progressive movement, even though there are genuine disagreements there that are like worthy of hashing out. Does that make sense? I know it's sort of like a messy, nuanced answer, but I think that's where the reality lies on it. I think it's a messy, nuanced situation.
Is there too far left in your opinion? Or are you saying
well, that's what I'm saying is like, yes, there is, in the sense that I disagree with her on a bunch of issues and she's to my left, but I think the net impact of having people who are to my left in power, it will be good overall for the country. Fact. Because the way the Republicans ended up getting Trump is that they had so many psychopaths go insanely far right that like the Republican elected politicians had to move to the right. And then we ended up getting somebody who's a literal fascist. Fact. Whereas on the Democratic side, every single candidate is like, we're moderate, we're open-minded, we welcome Republicans into the tent, we are, you know, we're not extreme. And it's like, you know what? And Bill Maher did back when Bill Maher was good back in the day, he did a monologue on this where he was like, we need some psychos in the Democratic base to get elected. We need people who are saying you can get an abortion at the drive-thru at McDonald's. Like, because you want to drag the spectrum back to sanity. And so like, yeah. So to answer your question, yes, there is such a thing as too far left in that I actually disagree on a number of issues with them. But in terms of them getting elected, I would still support them getting elected because they end up helping us overall because they might end up getting us to a reasonable place with policy simply by going so far to the left. Does that make sense?
Is it also bad to say that like we've given enough to Ukraine? Like they've gotten enough from us?
I mean, I think Progressive Victory would disagree with that because they sort of view it in the same way that you know, the Palestinians are being obliterated by Israel and people say like, well, Palestinians should have a right to defend themselves and we should support Palestinians. People would say the same thing about Ukraine, that like, look, Russia illegally attacked Ukraine and offensively attacked Ukraine. And so like, if you want to defend their freedom and their liberty, then like you should support them in their fight against the evil Russia. You know what I'm saying? So that would be their perspective. But to your point, I think there's a lot of people in the US who would consider themselves progressive who would say exactly what you said, which is like, I agree with Ukraine. I sympathize with Ukraine, but like, I also, you know, want to make sure we can fund our healthcare here before we give any more money to Ukraine. You know, and they would say like, I'm pro-Ukraine and anti-Putin. I also want to have some sort of a way out of this that doesn't involve more bombs being dropped and more innocent people being killed and all that stuff. So like find some sort of a negotiated settlement. Like, for example, Crystal is pro-Ukraine in the sense that she knows they were illegally and offensively invaded and they're the victim. But Crystal would say like, I still want to end this shit now. Like I want to make some sort of a deal to end this conflict. And if that includes from her perspective, some trade-off in terms of land, for example, some parts of like Eastern Ukraine being negotiated away, I think she would be okay with that. Now, it gets messy, though, because if you're a Ukrainian and you live there, you're like, I don't want to fucking give away the eastern part of my country. Fuck you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, it's a difficult issue because there's so many people inside the progressive tent that have different perspectives.
Yep.
But, yeah, like, I think a lot of people would say what you just said, and then a lot of people would say what I was just saying, which is, like, you know, they're the victims, and you got to stand in solidarity with the victims no matter what. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Benjamin, thank you, bro. Thank you.
Yeah, appreciate you, bro. Hope I was able to answer your question there. Wes, thanks for the $10. Just got back from the Trump fair and saw they had a magician there. The name of the magician was the Magnificat Felcher. I didn't stay and watch the trick, but heard there was a funky smell. No, he's definitely just trolling. Oh, that's funny.
Oh, that's a good magician.
Appreciate you, Wes. We always love a good felching reference. That always goes over well on this show. Das Bos Fleisch, thanks for the $6. Let Trump build his ballroom bunker. The career of a well-known German dictator ended in a bunker, which was partially under a ballroom. So I understand what you're saying. However, it would take at least 3 or 4 more years to build out that fucking ballroom, and I don't want to wait that long for that particular incident. By the way, I have been researching cigars to try to find the right cigar for the day it happens. I'm not even kidding. The other thing is, I was trying to figure out, I was like, damn, I really want to live stream and play a bunch of music and just vibe out when that happens. Like,
when Trump is no longer here?
Don't say it. Don't say yes. Yes. Yes, that's what I want to do. And everything I read, though, seems to indicate that, like, your stream will get fucking jacked immediately if you play music. Which
really?
sucks. Yeah, because, like, I want to listen to music I know and like. I don't want to have to listen to some fucking, you know, some non-copyright trash music or some AI slop music. But, like, I think I'm going to be reduced to having to do that shit.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I'm trying to pick out a cigar.
Be fine.
Yeah, it'll be chilling, but, like, there's certain... So I literally have a playlist, dog. I created a playlist in my phone called Celebration. And I was going to let that bitch play and sit there and puff on my stogie, have a little drink.
There's
I'm not even a drinker. I'm
going
going to take a drink.
Shit, right?
What's that?
Is it like Usher on that shit, or is it like more like jazzy?
No, the celebration songs. Well, think of like celebration songs. Whatever has a celebration-y vibe.
Yeah.
So, like, all I do is win, no matter what. Like, a bunch of shit. There's a bunch of shit I have in there.
That'd be an amazing live stream.
Oh my God. I wouldn't even say anything. I would just sit there with a stogie. I don't drink, but I would have a drink. I would sip on a drink.
That's what Stephen A. Smith does, low key, when, like, I think it's when the Cowboys lose or something. He just gets on camera and he just goes,
yeah.
Like, he just laughs.
That's what's going to happen. I'm going to do some shit like that, you know? In defense of the genre, thanks for the $5. My stepdad, who I considered my real dad, is a triple Trumper, even after all the evidence I've shown him. Am I wrong for never speaking to him again? I mean, I could never fault you for, you know, feeling like a relationship is irreparable for whatever reason you feel it's irreparable, whether it's personal or political or otherwise. The normal advice I give people when asking about this is just don't talk politics with family members who have horrible politics. I do find it very possible to sort of compartmentalize and make it so that, yeah, that person, I just don't talk about certain shit with them. You know, in the same way that, like, you know, certain friends or family members or people, you're just not going to be like, hey, so listen to this porn video I watched the other day. Like, you're not going to do it. Like, I find it easy enough to just not cross into the topics that I know we're not going to have agreement on. So, like, that's my first piece of advice is, to the extent it's ever possible, just do that. Just be like, let's not talk about any of that shit. Steer the conversation elsewhere. But
it's almost like a teacher. You never talk about really politics or like that type of shit with like a teacher or some shit.
But to your point, if that's not enough, then, like, yeah, whatever makes you feel comfortable. Nobody can fault you for saying, like, I'm tired of my fucking fascist ass stepdad who's, you know, wants to see fucking brown people suffer or whatever. Like, yeah, fuck that guy, you know? So it's really all up to you. It's
crazy.
I don't know enough about your situation to give you any more specifics. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, facts. Thank you, Defense.
The Glorious King Thrag, thanks for the $10. There is only one truth. No such thing as left or right, top or bottom, white or black, queer or straight. There's only one. There's only the strong and the weak. Strength is truth. Everything else is a distraction. See, to me, that sounds very Nietzschean. That's Nietzsche to the max. And that guy died in actual mentally ill vegetable, rocking back and forth in his chair, unable to think or talk. So I don't know. That's a very bleak view of humanity, I would say. But I think it's also Trump's view, to be honest. I think Trump looks at the world in very black and white terms of power, you know? So, but appreciate $10, bro. Thanks again, bro. Kyle, get Moist Critical on KKF or Big Thrag will attack Mamdani stand. Yeah, I fuck with that guy, man. I like that guy. I don't know if he'd come on though. I feel like even though he talks about politics from time to time, he fancies himself very non-political. So yeah, I don't know if he would come on, but I mean, he would be invited. He'd be welcome on the show. You know,
Moist Critical.
Moist Critical, yeah, he's a huge YouTuber, like giant YouTuber, like one of the biggest YouTubers, and he's just a dude in Florida with long hair who like gives his opinion on stuff.
And talks politics shit or everything.
Every now and then he talks politics, but it's everything. He talks more everything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Ryan, thanks for the $5. Fingers crossed for Malat Kiros. She got interviewed saying that she would not back a speaker that takes corporate PAC money. Subtle dig at Jeffries. Love that, man. I know Crystal just interviewed her the other day, and Crystal says she is the real fucking deal. And so I 100% believe that. So shout out to her, and I hope she wins, man. Black Diamond, thanks for the $5. I reached Unk/hag status today, turned 30. So doing a fun question instead. Do you have a favorite cryptid? Personally, I'm a Bigfoot and Mothman guy. I never even heard the word cryptid until you just typed it right there. Corin, have you ever heard that word until right this second?
But what did I had this queued up before, but I didn't share it.
World famous Loch Ness monster hunter officially declares that Nessie is a hoax after 60 years of research. All right,
all that shit is bullshit, man. Don't believe in any of that fucking weird fucking Bigfoot mammoth.
I'm gonna go with Yeti is my favorite. Is Yeti the same as Bigfoot? I feel like it's the same. Or maybe
they're similar, right?
I'm gonna go Chupacabra. Let's go with that.
I'm gonna say fucking no, aliens I don't believe in, but like I don't think any of that shit is real, man. I think it's all fucking bogus. But like if you want to put a bumper sticker on your car saying you saw the fucking Bigfoot, like go for it.
And happy birthday, bro. Turning 30.
Yes.
I mean, sorry that you now hit the official age of like, oh shit, how old am I?
I'm
telling you, that's the first time I felt it is, oh shit, how old am I? 30? Oh no. That was the first time I felt it. Every other year was fine. 30 was like, oh, what? So anyway, welcome to the club. Welcome to the club where now there is no denying it at all. You are adult as fuck. No, you can never get, oh, he's just a kid. Nah, you're an adult now, bitch. You got a 3 in front of you.
Yeah,
you know?
Ain't checking your IDs no more.
Sonic, thanks for the $5 on the flop of Trump's 250 state fair is hilarious. Not even joking. I think it saw more people at the fair my local rural king threw in their parking lot. Bro, they showed there were more people celebrating Iran at the Iran World Cup game in the US than there were at the fair that day. Fucking incredible. Incredible stuff.
Fucking sad. It's sad. It's just sad that they think that like people are actually showing up for that shit.
Ryan, thanks for the $5. Valdez got arrested for protesting Schumer on the genocide. Awkward for Schumer to say congrats to her and pretend that he didn't call the cops on her. Oh no, that's a good point. That is a good point. Love that. Shout out to you, Ryan. Appreciate it, man. Some real news. Thanks for the $5. Did Chevalier attend Palestinian rally on the 8th? Why is Mamdani's approval lower than Adams was 5 months in? Are Dems really soft on crime, or is it fake news? So I'll take it in reverse here. Yes, Dems being soft on crime is fake news. First of all, Trump is like literally on a crime spree every day. So to act like he could be tough on crime is impossible. He is a criminal. He's engaged in a crime spree. So just by virtue of that fact, I think Democrats are tougher on crime. That's number one. Number two, crime hit a historic low under Mamdani, and he increased the size of the police force. What are you on, number 4? He increased the size of the police force, like flying in the face of what many people thought he might do. So that part is fake. Saying that Adams was more popular 5 months in than Mamdani, I've never heard that or seen anything that indicates that.
That Mamdani's not a fucking fact.
Mamdani's numbers have been like ridiculously high the entire time. They've gone up since he's been in office. So I'm very impressed with him on that front. And she did attend a rally on October 8th. However, there had already been, I believe the exact number was 427 attacks, bombs dropped on Palestinians by the time she went to the rally. So if anything, people are punishing her for being correct too quickly, that like she knew what was going to happen. She knew that like, okay, now they're just going to fucking level all of Gaza. And they did. And so it's very weird to me that people try to use this as some sort of an own. I feel like it's one of the weaker arguments against her, where I feel like the actual soft spots where you can make a dent is when people bring up the like, let's actually abolish prisons. Because like, and I think honest lefties will admit this, even if you're trying to make some sort of theoretical futuristic argument, 9 out of 10 people are going to look at you like you have 7 heads if you say let's abolish prisons. They're like, what the fuck does that mean? So that's a more of a soft spot where people could argue against her. But this one, I feel like people are overreaching,
I love that the governor of New York is like trying to ride the coattails of Mamdani, and she's just like still fucking horrific.
Well, he was smart to sort of rope her in, right? Like he gave her a chance. Like, look, I'm gonna let you be a friend, or I could be your enemy. And she ended up taking the friend route. So but it's
hopefully
funny watching her be like,
because like
well, he did already. He got all the shit.
For real?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know a single thing he hasn't delivered on yet.
Good.
He was able to get tax increases for the rich.
Okay.
He was able to balance the budget. He was able to do the child care thing. Like, and he needed the governor's buy-in for some of that, and he got it. So
okay, good. Because I think she's realizing, like, let me fucking tie my fucking whatevers to him.
She's saving her ass politically.
100%.
She's like, oh, if I want to win again, I need him.
She reminds me a lot of Pelosi in a weird way. Just like
Pelosi's
creepy, like
Pelosi's more a ruthless and more intelligent politician.
Oh, okay.
Than this one. She's doing what she has to do to save her ass, to be fair. But like Pelosi was more of a leader than Hochul.
Okay.
Hochul's a follower.
Got you.
RSN, thanks for the $5. A few days ago, Crystal critiqued AOC's endorsement strategy. Do you feel AOC is playing 4D chess, or is she too cautious / calculated? I think she's too cautious and too calculated, personally. Mamdani really went out on a limb by endorsing against congressional Democrats who were, who had primary challenges. These are people who are already in D.C. They already have the connections. They already have the power. One of them was like the leader of the Hispanic caucus. And you had Zoran endorse against these guys. And that's ballsy. And you didn't see Bernie didn't endorse a lot of these people, and AOC didn't endorse a lot of these people. Now, some people are saying that, like, there was some behind the scenes agreement between Zoran and AOC where like AOC endorsed some of the people at the state level that Zoran couldn't endorse, and Zoran endorsed people at the national level that AOC couldn't endorse, trying to make the argument that like they had some secret agreement. And that's why I don't buy any of that. I don't think it's true. I just think that once you get to Washington, D.C., and once you're in those rooms with other Congress people, they have a mindset of like, where you have to protect each other. At the very least, don't go after each other. And so she's in a position where like she doesn't endorse against sitting Democrats often, if ever, these days. And so, yes, I think she's too cautious. I think she's trying to like basically keep the centrists in the party off her ass. I think where she miscalculates is they hate you. They'll always hate you. They'll never like you. And so if they're going to be like that anyway and throw you under the bus the second they get the chance, why not back the revolution? And now that these people won, everybody looks at Zoran like he's the fucking kingmaker. He's the man. Whereas if it was AOC and Zoran who made these endorsements, they would be saying AOC is the kingmaker too. So I think she missed out on that front. I do. Empire, thanks for the $5. So cops don't have a duty to protect people, according to SCOTUS. They can legally just watch you get assaulted and do nothing. Check. Lazito versus New York City. I don't know why I'm not surprised hearing that. I feel like I should be surprised, but I'm not surprised. So appreciate you, bro. Thank you for sharing that. Just like they do civil asset forfeiture, where they're like legally allowed to rob you if they're a cop. It's disturbing. Wes, thanks for the $5. Does Gavin Newsom really think we are that stupid to think that he supports a billionaire tax? Yes, I think he thinks that. And I think that there's some percentage of the population that will kind of fall for it. And that's why all of us need to spread the word that this guy is a liar, that,
he's a bozo, right?
Fighting a billionaire tax in California as he's pretending like he's now in favor of a billionaire tax. It's embarrassing, Thank you, bro. Appreciate the $5. Please check out and highlight the other. I don't know how much the other guy gave. This guy gave $5. My bad. I don't know how much you gave for the last one. Doesn't matter.
West gave 5 too.
Oh, West gave 5 too. Okay, bet. Yeah. Thank you, Fernando. Thanks for the $5. Please check out and highlight Brant Robinson, a progressive history teacher running in Paulina Luna's district, and Angie Nixon running for Florida Senate. Crystal and I had Angie Nixon on Crystal Kylan Friends, and it wasn't even that long ago. She was on one of the rallies we did for Progressive Victory, I believe, if I remember correctly. So Anna Paulina Luna, yeah, she's fucking horrible. And so this is the first time hearing, but shout out to this person, Brant Robinson. If you guys are living in Florida, take a look if they're in your district. Support Brant Robinson. Appreciate you, Fernando.
Thanks, Fernando.
Snouts Eater, thanks for the $5. Kyle, the guys at the Corridor Crew, among others, debunked the man wearing a mask on Fox News. You should look and maybe help put the theory to rest.
He was wearing a mask. I think the guy with the fucking neck shit.
Oh. Oh,
I don't know who Cordo Crew is.
I think that's what they're saying is like there's some YouTube channel that said definitively that they weren't wearing a mask and they tried to prove it. I don't know, man. That shit looked like a motherfucking mask to me. What about you, Corin?
Nah, it still looked like a fucking mask.
Yeah.
Like they got the same footage we got.
I'll have to evaluate their argument, but yeah, I'd be surprised if they say something that's convincing. I'd be surprised. There's like a 90% chance that after I watch it, I'll be like, yeah, that is not believable. Like he's wearing a mask, But I'll take a look. Appreciate you. Senior Cosmos or Cosmo, whatever it is. Thanks for the $5. Hyped to vote for Abdul in August. We need to get democratic socialists everywhere at every level of government to turn this country around. That's exactly right, man. And Abdul is sitting pretty. Everybody get out there and vote for Abdul. Cannot have Haley Stevens. Cannot have Mallory McMorrow. And let's make sure we get him past the Republican Mike Rogers as well. But having a Senator El Sayed, whoo, that's going to be incredible. We fucking love that, man. So shout out to you, bro.
It's going to be a fucking wave soon, man.
There's going to be a wave, and it's going to be crazy that, like, there are these people who are like, who watch the show, who are going to be in the Senate. You know? These not people. Yeah. They don't watch like fucking Hannity or some CNN hack. It's like they listen to our shows. It's kind of incredible. Wergenman, thanks for the $20. In Arabic, there's a word called garib, which means strange. It also means outlander, a foreigner. So what is weird, twisted, warped is what is far from normal. And what is normal is tranquil, harmonious, and noble. Interesting.
Wergenman always has the deep ass shit to come through.
He sure
I hope
does.
people take those and run with it.
Southeast Coys, thanks for the $20. Very kind of you. Yo, Kyle, can I get a shout out for Dr. Jermaine Johnson running as a Dem for South Carolina governor? Not quite left enough for me, but he's our nominee, and I need South Carolina to flip. Turnout for GOP gubernatorial runoff was only 12% in my county. Yeah, for sure. Shout out to Dr. Jermaine Johnson. If you live in South Carolina, go and fucking vote Democrat. Let's kick the bums out of office, man. Because I don't understand how Lindsey Graham keeps winning in that godforsaken state. I mean, that is fucking terrible. That is so crazy that guy keeps winning. But
Lindsey Graham is South Carolina?
Lindsey Graham is South Carolina, yeah. Let's flip that bitch blue, man. Let's get these bums out of there,
That'd be nice. Go Jermaine Johnson. Hopefully he's good and he's not like a troll.
Roblife, thanks for the $10. You familiar with Farming While Beige, aka Blackbird Co-op? He's a lefty farmer in Virginia near DC, does funny commentary and debunk pseudo health influencers. He blew up kind of recently and has 1 million subs. Never heard of him. Never heard of Farming While Beige. Yeah, never heard of this person, but I can take a look. Farming While Beige.
Thanks, Rob.
While Beige. Okay. All right, yeah, I'll take a look. Jorgen, thanks for the $5. I was at the Little Bighorn anniversary, and it was 96. Drove south to Wyoming and was hit by a snowstorm on the eastern slope. Totally normal. Oh, my word. Oh, no.
Now? Just recently?
Yeah, I don't know if you saw it. I did a segment on this today, how fucked up the climate is. Yeah, it was straight up snowing in Wyoming, and I think parts of Montana, too. It was hailing. It was like a hailstorm in Idaho.
What?
And as that's happening, it's like 96 and fucking,
Yeah, it's going to be 104 here tomorrow.
Yeah, it's going to be, feels like it's going to be 113 this week here. So, yeah, like the climate is so fucked. People have no idea.
That's what I'm saying, man. This fucking global warming shit is kind of crazy.
Yeah, it's the scientists are now saying like it's the worst. Like there's no hope of us even stopping it. That's what scientists are saying now. They're like, we would have to do net zero, and then on top of net zero, we'd have to come up with some sort of technology to like vacuum the carbon out of the atmosphere. Like that's how bad it is.
Fucking shit.
Right? Joshua Loves Art, thanks for the $10. What should I say to someone who tries to convince me that wealth caps, taxing unrealized gains, and wealth taxes aren't feasible or impossible? They're just wrong. They're just wrong. Wealth taxes are necessary. I mean, look, we've never had this much income and wealth inequality in our history. Like to have Elon was a trillionaire for a little bit. Now he's like a 900 billionaire or whatever the fuck. But like he was a trillionaire for a little bit. Crazy. That's ludicrous. That's insane. The amount of wealth concentration among a tiny percentage of the population is just astonishing and astronomical. If we were able to live for, thousands and thousands of years without this level of income and wealth inequality, why couldn't we just go back to a system that had a more equitable distribution? Especially at the time, 700,000 Americans are homeless. Really, the number's way more than that. It's probably millions of Americans when you count people living in their car and sleeping on like friends' couches and shit. Like, you have millions of people without healthcare. Like, yeah, you just do it. You know how you tax them? You just tax them. You just do it. And like all the fear mongering of like, oh, they're going to like flee the country. Well, they don't. Every time that there's been massive taxes before, it wasn't that long ago that they taxed income at like 94% over a certain line, over like $3 million a year, the equivalent of $3 million a year. Like, yeah, we just need to go back to some shit like that. That's all. That's all we have to do. The idea that it's impossible is just a lie sold to us by rich people who don't want their taxes raised,
Facts. Thanks, Josh.
Kyle and Corin, do you prefer Dead Poet Society or Miss Doubtfire from Robin Williams? It's a tough question. I've never seen Dead Poet Society. I love Miss Doubtfire. It's fucking hilarious. But I have a feeling based on the clips I've seen that I probably would prefer Dead Poet Society if I saw that one, because it was like a real deep movie for a lot of young men where it like helped them,
Yeah, I'd agree with that shit. Spot on. I feel like I only know Mrs. Doubtfire because it's Mrs. Doubtfire, but it's Kyle's point. The clips I've seen of Dead Poet Society are some shit where it's like he's standing on the desk in his classroom and it's like, damn, that's some deep shit. I probably would fuck with that shit more if I seen it.
Simi de Finessa, thanks for the $20. Don't think I'm too sold on Ro Khanna because he wanted Bob Iger to run for LA mayor, launders reputation of far right wingers, missed a vote to censure Musk, voted to denounce socialism. Should we be wary of this come 2028? Look, it's going to be on him to convince you, bro. That's all there is to it. Like, if you're not convinced yet, that means there's others out there who are not convinced. He's going to have to, get through to you that he's the real deal, that he's actually about these left-wing policies. I will say you did a great job of like putting together there a list of the things that were his worst moments. But, now it is the case that the Silicon Valley billionaires literally like mucked up somebody to run against him. Like they hate him so much now that they like funded a primary challenger who got blown the fuck out by him. So, and Elon was just saying he should be arrested the other day. So yeah, I think that for whatever blind spots there were previously, he's certainly working overtime to try to fix that, where he's leading in many ways. Like he led when it came to the Epstein files in a way that other Democrats didn't. He's leading when it comes to the Iran war in a way that other Democrats didn't. He was one of the early adopters of calling the genocide in Gaza a genocide. So I think he's working overtime to try to earn your trust. You have reasonable suspicion when you list these things here, but I think with enough time, if he continues on the right track, you'll probably feel like he's one of the furthest left options, if not the furthest left option, who might run in 2028, And
I mean, you could kind of vouch for him, right? Don't you like know him-ish, right?
Yeah, I know him, but that doesn't mean anything.
Okay.
It's possible I know somebody and then they still have blind spots and you still got to call them out from time to time. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I mean, 100%. Like I said, it'll be up to him to convince you, but I think he's on the path to convincing people because he's gotten better and better with time. He's like aging like a fine wine in a sense,
Facts. Thanks.
Worgenman, thanks for the $20. On the parenting conversation, I think it's like what feels internally normal or right regarding the Arabic word garib, because you can be both stern, direct with potential consequences, but also gentle, kind, and careful. But I think the point Corin was making is like, if there's any hint of gentle, kind, and careful, they can just ignore it, because they feel like you ain't going to do shit. Like
that's what I said to my stepfather, my father-in-law. I was like, do I hit her?
Like, what am I supposed to do here? Yeah, exactly. No, it's really a matter of like, this is my perspective on it. This isn't Worgenman's or Corin's, but my perspective is like, the times where I'm actually fed up, it comes across. And the thing that's scary about that is you don't know what I'm going to do because I'm clearly at my breaking point, right? Like, basically the vibe is like, you don't want to figure out what I'm going to do. You don't want to figure it out. I don't want to figure it out because I don't want to be this person that I'm turning into right now. But like, when I'm actually at my wit's end and I say some shit, like I even scare myself. I'm like, damn. You know what I'm saying?
So like, that.
But that's the thing is you can't fake it. And the problem is for somebody like me and probably somebody like you too, Corin, I give too much leeway. Like it takes too long for me to get to that point where I'm like, I'm fucking done with this. You know what I'm saying? And that's why you feel like they're sort of taking advantage of me and they're not acting right. And like, it takes a lot before I'm like, nah, fuck you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. How you have so much fucking wisdom, man? You're a fucking smart dude, bro. Because like, I think all that shit, but you articulate it so fucking well, bro.
Well, I mean, this is the first time I even tried to articulate it, but like,
but it makes fucking sense, man. It makes fucking perfect sense.
It happened the other day where like I actually one of the kids was bugging Crystal over and over and over for the same shit.
Mhm.
Like saying, I want to do this. And like Crystal's like,
Mhm.
nope, we're not
Mhm.
doing that today. And it just kept bringing it. And then after I let it slide like 4 times, but then by that 5th time, I was like,
fuck this.
Your mother said this 5 times.
Yeah. And they probably seen a gangsterness that was
They
just
did.
like
and then they didn't say anything. I was like, I
Yeah.
highly recommend you walk away and go do something else. And then it was just
Yeah.
out of that bitch. And I was
Yeah.
like, that's how I knew
Yeah.
I was at my wit's end, because she listened right away, you know?
Yeah, no, to your point, like you could say it to a level that like, yeah, is fine, but then you say it to a level that it's like you don't even know you could get to that level, but your tone is just on some like you could even articulate it right now of like, oh yeah, I'm gonna try and get to that tone. Until you get to that tone, they won't know if like, all right, he's at that tone. Like,
And that's why actors are so impressive, because they can
Yeah.
fake real shit.
Yeah.
Whereas I can't fake anything. Like it's
Yeah.
got to be real. And I remember with my dad in particular, it was always his eyes.
Yeah.
When he was pissed off, you look in his eyes and it would look like he turned into like a demon.
Bro, you're
like,
so
oh,
fucking
oh.
right, man. Because literally,
Yeah.
George said the same shit. Like when I said, like, what do I do? Hit her? He's just like, she'll see it in your eyes. She'll see it. Like, yeah, there's just
there's a thing.
Yeah,
It's like
there's a thing.
Like this is not good. You know?
Fuck, bro. Yeah, you're fucking well beyond your years, bro. And you're my boy, but you know a lot of shit, bro.
I mean, listen, I'm not the best stepfather.
Nah,
I'm
you
not
are-
the best at any of this shit.
Nah,
That's,
but
you know.
but you know your shit, bro.
Den, thanks for the $5. Do you think 2028 presidential hopefuls will try to snag Mamdani's endorsement? Whose endorsement will carry more weight, Obama's or Mamdani's? That's a great fucking question. So look, here's the honest answer. The honest answer is it'll probably be about the same between the two of them, like equal punch, because Mamdani is a sitting politician, so he's currently in the game, but Obama actually does have a higher approval rating, which he should, because he's a former politician. So like, you know, the heart grows fonder over time, right? But like, I do think it'll have roughly the same impact. But to answer your question, 100%, you're going to see even people who don't like Mamdani in real life will pretend like they do. You're going to have like Josh Shapiro is going to pretend to like him. Fucking Rahm Emanuel is going to pretend to like him, because they know like that's where the wind of the party is going. So at the very least, they can't cross him. They might not like suck him off, but they won't cross him.
It's like the Holcomb shit. Like she might not fuck with him, but she's got to fuck with him because
she's
like
smart.
she realized,
well, she's smart. She was an adept and you know, shrewd politician to realize that like, all right, let's see if I can work with him. And then he was like, look, I'll work with you, but I'm going to ask some shit too. Like, you got to do this and this for me. And she was like, okay, you know?
Yep.
Skeptical, thanks for the $5. Hey, Kyle, for your Friday show, call it Stinky Kyle Fridays. Yeah, because Stinky's running around in the background. Yeah, people love them some Stinky, man. They love them some Stinky. Me too. She's getting up there in age, man. It's kind of crazy. She's getting up there in dog years. So much love for Stinky. Metalhead Matt, thanks for the $5. How would a debate between Mehdi and Destiny on Israel go? Also, many say golf courses use too much water and are environmentally wasteful and destructive. Well, I mean, look, it pains me to say it, but many are correct. That is, like, you know, golf courses are not good in the sense that they do use a lot of water, and that's a real problem. A debate between Mehdi and Destiny would be a bloodbath, and Destiny would be destroyed. That's how that would go. I don't think it's going to happen, but if it were to, there's no comparison. Mehdi just has way more knowledge than Destiny does. He's not nearly as biased as Destiny is. So, yeah, it would be brutal. Thank you, bro. Appreciate the $5.
Thanks,
Sigma, thanks for the $10. I'm so back and forth on AOC as the 2028 progressive runner for POTUS, especially with endorsing Jeffries and Letitia James. There's also a part of me that wonders if there's something we don't know. I mean, look, it's not that we don't know it. It's that we do know it. It's just hard to actually digest that this is the real reason. And the real reason is once you're in that club, if she were to go balls to the wall against all these incumbents, then they have ways of getting back at her. They have ways of making her life a living hell, right? And so she decided, look, I'm going to play the inside game more than the outside game. I'm not going to be this crusader. I have to like color within the lines here in DC. And it's like a frustrating answer because it's almost like, really, that's it? But that's it. Like, that's what it is. You know, she stepped on toes early on when she was in there. They put her in line and she hasn't really, you know, she hasn't really crossed the line since then, right? But that pisses off lefties because we want insurgents. We want a revolution. And, you know, you're not going to get that from her. So, yeah, I think it's depressing. I think that, you know, that sort of is a knock against her in a sense for 2028. Jeffries and Letitia James. Letitia James was good in the sense that she went after Trump effectively. But in other ways, she's not the best. But, Yeah, I don't know, man. We'll see. I'm not even sure she's going to run in 2028. I guess we'll find out together. But I feel like, she might not be in the cards for her. We'll see.
Oh, AOC?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Although I think she should get that Chuck Schumer seat. That'd be dope as fuck. I would love that. Adam King, thanks for the $5. Number one, saw Iran getting eliminated by a toenail offside. Cost them everything, but correct call. Number two, the USA likely plays during the next KNC. Have the TVs ready. Oh, do they? Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. Yeah. Because I know they're playing tomorrow. No, Wednesday?
Yeah, they play on Wednesday.
They play Wednesday. But then he's saying if they win that, then they play.
I think they're going to win their next shit,
Monday.
bro. They actually low-key have like a solid path their next two games where I think the final 8 would match up against Portugal, which they're very beatable. Ronaldo doesn't look good.
I think you're right. However, I will caution Paraguay just beat Germany. And nobody thought Paraguay would beat Germany. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So like, when it's single elimination, anything can happen. Just like with the Sweet 16.
Yep.
What was it like? Florida Gulf State University made it to like the Final Four or some shit. Remember that? Yeah. But anyway, and I want to ask you your thoughts on this. Did you see the Iran shit? The thing that unfolded with Iran with the soccer game? Okay, so they scored a goal and they would have won the game, but they ruled it offsides. They reviewed it and ruled it offsides, and then they used this
the VAR.
This automatic technology, and it literally showed it was like a millimeter offsides, dog.
Was that the Iran or that same shit happened in Colombia game too?
And it was Iran as well. It was the same.
Oh, really?
Shit. It was the same shit. And so they waved that goal off, and then Iran ended up getting knocked out because of that. And so I felt like it was bullshit. Here's my thinking. I feel like they need to change the rule of offsides to make it, instead of like you could have a fucking pube hair that's behind the defender. I think it's got to be the opposite. That like you got to be fully behind the defender. Where like if you have a toe that's still not behind the defender, that should still be onside, in my opinion.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that because I feel like in every other sport, in baseball, the ball is not foul until the full ball is past the white line,
right?
Like so players will wait until the ball crosses the line for it to be foul. Yeah, I kind of agree with you. Like if it's that fucking minimal, where if it's like then
you got to call it even Stevens, and you got to say it's onside. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100%.
Like if they're roughly in the same spot, that shit is onside.
100%.
Only if you're like clearly past him is it offsides. In my opinion, that's how I would change the rule personally.
No, I agree with you. I feel like if your full body length is past somebody, that's an offside. And that's always how it used to be. Like when we played middle school soccer, all this shit, it was like, if you're past him, you're offsides. Facts. But like not on this technicality of like, oh, fucking your toenail past. Like, no,
it was like literally like, it was like part of his ass cheek. And it was like, are you fucking kidding me? You're going to call off this goal because a part of his ass cheek was behind the defender? Fuck you. Yeah.
And that cost them getting fucking.
Yes, it cost them. They would have won the game. They would have got through. Instead, they ended up tying the game. Yeah, and then 3 things happened in a row that knocked them out. It was like Ghana lost, and then some other team lost, and then there was a tie between like fucking Algeria and some other team, and they ended up getting knocked out. It was bullshit. They got robbed.
Yeah, no, I don't like that shit. Yeah, to your point, it's got to be your full fucking body. And like, Colombia, the same shit happened with them because they actually, I think, put in a lawsuit or like really went after FIFA because they thought they had scored their goal against Portugal, but it was a 0-0 tie, and a lot of people were saying that they thought it was corrupt, that like someone had a bet that it was a tie score that it would go to or some shit.
Interesting. Become Numa, thanks for the $10. Which people were assassinated by the deep state, in your humble opinion? JFK, Malcolm X, MLK, Yasser Arafat, Pope John Paul I, Princess Diana, Charlie Kirk, Michael Jackson, Marilyn Monroe, John Lennon. God diggity damn, dog.
God damn, bro.
How am I supposed to do this shit? JFK, CIA, killed him. Malcolm X, I'm gonna go Nation of Islam. If I actually the main story on that, I've like read so much on Malcolm X and watched so many documentaries. I'm kind of like a Malcolm X historian, like a minor Malcolm X historian. It was definitely Nation of Islam that killed him. MLK,
the FBI or some shit.
Could be FBI, CIA, but also might be racist Southerner. Yasser Arafat, don't know. I would guess Israel, but I'm not sure. Pope John Paul I, I don't fucking know. Princess Diana, I don't know. I thought it was just a car accident, but maybe
Yeah,
I'm wrong.
like, there was just
I haven't
paparazzi
researched all these.
flashing
Bro, I
mad
haven't
lights.
researched all these, or else I would tell you. Charlie Kirk, nobody motherfucking knows what happened to Charlie Kirk, because that shit is weird as fuck, the way that
Is
shit
that dude
unfolded.
still on trial?
Kind of, but it's like, but like, you know, they don't have enough evidence on that motherfucker,
No,
you know?
No.
Michael Jackson, his doctor with the propofol, they killed him.
Yep.
Marilyn Monroe, I think there was a TMZ documentary that just came out that said the Kennedys had something to do with her death. So that's interesting. And then John Lennon, I have no idea who killed John Lennon. I'm just guessing, bro. I haven't researched most of these, but the ones I did, I tried to.
Bro hit you with every fucking person in U.S. history.
Like,
hey.
Who killed my great uncle Steve? I don't know, man. He OD'd on Percocet. Leave me alone. Big Mouth Stan, thanks for the $5. With recent climate news and heat waves killing people in Europe, should the next Dem president make a government agency like DOGE to address climate change? I think the next Democratic president should mandate by law that we do net zero emissions within 5 years. Should mandate all cars from here on out for the future need to be electric. You can keep your gas car as long as you want, but when it breaks down and you got to get a new car, rest in peace, Uncle Steve. Rest in peace, Steve. But anyway, I think I agree with what Bernie said when he ran, where he said, like, we need a World War II level mobilization to, like, fight back against climate change. I think that's so clear now, more clear than ever. I think we need net zero. We need to move completely to green and renewable technology. And we need to fund scientists to build a fucking carbon vacuum to get the carbon dioxide out of the atmosphere, because now we're cooked if we don't do that, you know? So it's a big deal. It's a big deal. Sir Cosmo, whatever it is. Thank you for the $10. Kyle, I don't know why my brain always goes sir and then senior or sir. I don't know. Kyle and Corin, isn't it crazy how when you guys pass away, your kids and grandkids will have hundreds of multiple hour-long podcasts to watch to remember you by? Do you guys think it's a good thing? You know, it's funny you ask that question, because here's my honest reaction. They're not going to give a fuck about me, bro. There's a 0% chance these people will give a fuck about me. My grandkids and my great-grandkids and shit, they're going to be like,
yeah.
I don't know. I guess you did some shit, whatever.
Yeah, that's true. Like, yeah, I fucking
Nobody
love my
cares.
Grandma Mimi, but I asked my daughters, I'm like, you remember Grandma Mimi? They're like,
Nah.
no.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, like the way time moves, bro, like it's so crazy how you could have what feels like a big ass impact, and then like 2 seconds after you die, like a fart in the wind, everybody's like, who again? Who are you talking about?
100%.
Because like,
100%.
I think about it with my kids. None of them watch my fucking channel. They don't fucking watch my show.
Yeah.
How lame would it be? Oh yeah, I'm gonna watch my stepdad on YouTube. Like, you're not gonna fucking do that.
You'd
right?
be surprised though. I mean, like, Nix has fucking gone into her school and shown her friends like Corin's World. She's like, he pulled the big mozzarella stick and ate that shit. And I'm like, that's what you're showing them? Like,
that's what's up though. I respect that. Yeah. So anyway,
cool.
I've had the opposite experience. Like, my mom doesn't watch my shit. My sister doesn't watch my shit. My brother-in-law does, but that makes sense because he's not like legit direct blood relative. Cool. But like, kids don't care. So I just feel like by the time it's my grandkids and great grandkids, they're not gonna give a fuck, you know. So like, I don't even think
you have a bigger impact than you fucking think, bro.
Yeah, but like, to everybody watching, like people who watch like what we do here.
Yeah,
and that's what's up. Like, not even gonna front. There's gonna be somebody watching this show right now who I don't even know, who will feel a bigger loss when I'm dead than my grandkids will.
Yeah, probably.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there's somebody watching this right now who's gonna cry real, actual motherfucking tears when I'm dead.
Yeah.
Whereas there's some family member in the future, there's gonna be some family member that's like, yeah, he was okay, I guess. You know, like, you know what I'm saying?
No, it's fucking true. I mean, my fucking uncle, rest in peace, Uncle Alan, man. Like, I went to his house every Thanksgiving, and I fucking loved the dude. At his funeral, I'm bawling, crying. His son's there, not even crying. I was like, I remember him Thanksgiving. That shit was dope. Like, and he was like, yeah, but why are you crying like that, bro?
See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? So like, yeah, like, I could have an impact. We could have an impact, but like, it's gonna be in ways we can't quantitatively look at. There's no like
Facts.
There's no like line of succession for how you feel when somebody dies. There's no like, you know, I will cry. I love Kyle. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. That's very kind of you. Anyway, thank you, Sir Cosmo. Appreciate that.
Yeah. Oh, is that a
Yep. We already answered that one. VT, thank you for the $10. Would you guys marry somebody you don't love but is a good partner on paper? I mean, it's a good question, right? Short of, I feel like Corin and I are both lucky in the sense that we love our spouses.
Yeah.
We love them, and they're a good partner.
I feel like there's a hard. What does that even mean? Like what does that mean?
It almost sounds like
good
they're
on
asking.
paper.
It almost sounds like what they're asking is like if there was like an arranged marriage. If we
Oh,
were raised in a different culture and there was an arranged marriage and the match was good on paper, but you don't love them. I mean, look, my honest answer is if I was raised in a culture that was cool with that and that's what they did, then I would think nothing of it. I'd be like, yeah, of course. And then, marriage would be what it is, So like my answer is yes, depending on the context. Yes, I could see that,
facts.
Mr. Feeney, thanks for the $5. Corin, name your favorite NBA center players of all time. Kyle, you can get in on this too. The best centers of all time.
I mean, my favorite center is, Patrick Ewing, just because he was a Knick. And, I feel like a lot of other centers, even Shaq, a lot of the GOATed centers will say that Patrick Ewing is their favorite center of all time. I like Alonzo Mourning was really good. Hakeem Olajuwon with the Dream Shake was fucking
Hakeem Olajuwon
dope.
was dope.
Yeah.
Shaq, Wilt Chamberlain,
Yeah, Shaq.
Hakeem Olajuwon. Sean Kemp was more of a 4 than a 5, right? Was
Yeah, probably a 4. Yeah.
Oh, man, that guy could fucking dunk it. Dominique
David
Wilkins is more of a
Robinson.
4. Was Dominique Wilkins more of a 4?
Yeah.
I know Tim Duncan was a 4, the big fundamental.
Yeah.
It's funny. This is not directly answering your question, but we went to a Wizards game last season and we saw Wemby, and the non-Wemby minutes, Cornette was playing. And Cornette against the Wizards looked like prime Shaq, bro.
For real?
He scored like 25 points that night. He put in fucking work, dog. He was getting rebounds. He was yamming it on people. He had post moves and shit. Now, obviously, in the final series, he was like the biggest drag on the Spurs. Like he was every time he was on the floor, it would be like -10 or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
But like watching him in person, I was like, damn, Cornette is fucking draxing him right now.
Because they run a system.
Anyway, like a good center that has the classic center skills is always kind of fun to watch.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree with Corin. You got to go like Shaq is the most dominant center of all time type shit,
But then there's also like the Utah Jags remember like Greg Ostertag had like a fucking straight like buzz cut.
I don't.
He was like the center for the Utah Jazz when like the Bulls were playing against him and shit. Also, I think like the Wizards just drafted that guy AJ
Debonsa. Yeah. Debonsa.
And they're like trying to do this like pass the torch of like John Wall to him, and I'm like, you kind of gotta like disassociate yourself with John Wall,
and you gotta wait. Like you don't know what the fuck that kid's gonna be yet.
Yeah, but also like I'm not even mad at the waiting shit, but I'm also mad at that like, why are you giving the keys to the franchise to like John Wall to be like this passing of the torch?
Because they got nobody, dog.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, kind of like just separate yourself from that shit, because it's like he didn't really do shit for you.
Let me tell you something. That's DC, just like similar to how that we were for a hot minute, the Knicks. Like we in DC, they will nut in their pants when the Wizards just get to the fucking playoffs. They don't even have to win a series. You just get to the playoffs, and that person is going to be viewed as a fucking hero in DC. You know what I'm saying? Sort of like a Gilbert Arenas type shit. You give us a Gilbert Arenas season, you give us a John Wall season, and DC is going to go, we fucking love you. So that's what it is. It's the bar is so low right now, Oh, my word. Look at that guy. Uncle Fester looking ass. Good googly moogly.
He was the center of the Jazz, man, when like the fucking...
Respect to you, man, for remembering that.
I think he actually is running for some shit.
Why is there so many basketball players who end up running for some shit? What I love is all the basketball players now love golf. They're all so obsessed with golf. I love that shit. They're all so obsessed with it.
Let me see. Maybe I'm wrong. If he was,
I'm gonna take a piss while you're doing this.
Okay, Greg, former NBA. Is this on the screen? Yeah. Former NBA player Greg Ostertag running for mayor in tiny East Texas town. Let's see if he's conservative or fucking liberal. It's not clear yet whether his camel normal will join his campaign. I guess he has a camel. Dismiss that shit. Let's see what his politics are. Ostertag was up at the farm with his camel normal and a variety of animals normal. Yeah, I'm gonna say he's fucking conservative. Wow, he looks a lot different. Holy shit. Oh wait, you guys can't see that. Let me see if I could remove that. Stop that. Let me see if I can share this. Hold on. This is what he looks like now. Dude, it's weird looking. I'm out here to be in the country, but we really become part of the community. Vote for Greg Ostertag. Yeah, I guess. I mean, they try to stay relevant by fucking still running for office. This is him now, bro. Yeah, no, but to your point,
is he a Republican?
I don't know. I couldn't find out what the fuck he was.
He better not be a Republican.
I would assume that he was a Republican.
Yeah, me too. White guy with hair like that.
Running for some shit in Texas. Yeah.
Oh, in Texas, yeah. He's almost certainly a Republican. Ryan, thanks for the $5. My girlfriend is the opposite. If I wasn't here, she'd be evicted and homeless. Granted, I do not have children. I'm too selfish for those goblins. Your girlfriend's the opposite of what? What is his girlfriend the opposite of?
I think the opposite of like our wives, where it's like they take care of everything for us.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, well, let me think. Me, Corin, and then my friends Will and Brian, I feel like all fit into the category of what I described here. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure I'm overgeneralizing when I say what I said, but yeah, that's rough, bro. That's rough because we got some badass bitches who lay down the law.
Facts.
In these parts, you know.
Thank you, though, bro.
Jeffrey, thanks for the $5. Hey guys, Kyle, would you identify as a Democratic Socialist? Also for the World Cup, they're called matches, not games. At least I think. LOL.
Tomato, bro.
Yeah, and what would I mean, I've always said I'm a social democrat first and foremost, just because I feel like when you look around the world, that's the thing that's proven the most to just work everywhere, right? Like in all the Scandinavian countries, they do social democracy and they have universal health care and free college and a living wage and unions for everybody, and they self-report being super fucking happy. And so like I'm big on empiricism and like what works, what can I prove? However, having said that, living under this regime has made me go further to the left, where I feel like, you know, we need the opposite of whatever the fuck this is, you know? So I don't know what label I'd give it. A Democratic Socialist, it probably is a fair label. I'd be fine calling myself that. But I don't know. I might even be to the left of that at this point, you know?
Thanks, Jeff.
Madara, thanks for the $10. Kyle, I actually think you could save Joe Rogan from MAGA. He respected your political knowledge a ton. I still remember that epic 2020 election stream you guys had. I think you can bring him back. Bro, I wish that was the case. It 100% is not the case. That guy's so far gone, man. When you're texting with Donald Trump and JD Vance and you're friends with Elon Musk, like, there's not going to be some random YouTuber like me who has like however many subs I have, less than 3 million subscribers, and Joe Rogan goes, "You're right. I'm not going to talk to the vice president or the world's richest man anymore. Like, now I'm with you." It's like, he's not going to do that.
Don't sell yourself short. I think he did respect a lot of your opinion.
I think that's true, but I also think it's like a social thing for him where he's now in that social group. So like 100%. He's not going to turn his back on those kids. It's like turning your back on your friend group in high school to go with like some kid who's like less popular. You know what I'm saying? He's just not going to do it. Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, Meta.
Mark, thanks for the $5. I heard a similar saying, if everything is a big deal, nothing is. Yeah, and that's the problem, right? Is that what do you do when everything actually is a big deal? When like every scandal that's actually a huge deal. What do you do? Yep. I don't know, but we're living through it, you know? But shout out to you, bro. Appreciate you. Shocked Guy, thank you for the $5. Saw this vid on YouTube called Why America's Population Crisis Could Be the World's Worst. On a scale of 1 to 10, how screwed is America in 50 years? I mean, I think we're screwed. I definitely think we're screwed in 50 years, but I haven't really thought about it from the perspective of population crash. I feel like Japan's is way more severe than ours, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just uninformed on the topic. But no, I think we're screwed for a plethora of reasons. I mean, we're a crumbling empire. We're going to have a massive economic crash, and then like the dollar is going to be worthless when the world abandons it. Yeah, I don't know what this country is going to look like in 50 years, but I would imagine like a lot worse even than what it is now, you know?
Yeah.
Jonathan, thanks for the $10. Kyle, just rewatched your Fox News debate with Taserface, and goddamn, son, that's how you hoop. Appreciate that, bro. Appreciate that. Yeah, I've been on Fox News 2 or 3 times and had a good time fucking smacking them around. So
was that a new one? A recent one?
No. It's old. I haven't been on there recently. No, okay. Just went back and watched it. Thanks, bro. Appreciate you. Philip Nelson, thanks for the $10. Kyle, it's definitely a good thing that you were not in Dean Withers' place debating those MAGA women on Jubilee, because I'm pretty sure you'll look like you're about to turn 65 right now. Yeah, That debate did seem to age Dean Withers, didn't it? It certainly looked like it. And yeah, I don't have the patience, man. I would call one of them like a dumb bitch or a dumb whore or a dumb cunt, and then I'd be in trouble, you know.
That shit would go viral as fuck.
True. Yeah. They might, knowing Jubilee, they might bleep it though. Don't you think? I feel like they're
horrible if they did.
Yeah, totally. Metalhead Matt, thanks for the $5. PSA for those living in Michigan, Maine, or Georgia: don't vote for anyone named Mike Collins or Mike Collins. Also, Warsh is Fed chair, not Powell. Oh yeah, I guess that changed recently. Yeah, fair enough. All right, thanks, bro. Appreciate that.
Thanks, Matt.
Spreading wisdom. V-Man, thanks for the $10. Kyle, what Jared and Ivanka are doing in Albania reminds me of what is going on in Puerto Rico with Project Essentia. It's a luxury play place for the Epstein class in Cabo Rojo. Continued in next chat. V-Man, I wonder what you think of all the Americans who go to Puerto Rico, like the crypto bros who go to Puerto Rico, because there's a lot of them. There's a lot of like libertarian crypto bros that go there. Kyle, anyway, he's got another thing, but I guess it's not up there yet. Nobody.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
We could. Okay. Philip Nelson, thanks for the $5. Hey, Kyle, what are your thoughts on left-wing nationalism? I mean, I'm more of an internationalist now than a nationalist. I think we need solidarity between working people everywhere. However, having said that, left-wing nationalism is much less nefarious than any form of right-wing nationalism. And like, you know, I understand the perspective because nation states, we're so used to nation states that they feel like a fact of nature, even though they're not, right? And like, yeah, just having borders, but also having healthcare and a welfare state and all those things, that's significantly better than anything right of center. So I can understand the perspective. I can sympathize with the perspective, but I'm certainly more of an internationalist these days, but appreciate you, man.
Thanks, Phil.
QC, man, thanks for the $5. I chuckled when you went full WFAN caller talking about the offside rule with Iran today. Agree with your point, but it was funny in a political story. Yeah, I just thought it was a bullshit call, man. Especially since, like I said, they've been screwed every step of the way. Like, we're kicking them out of the country at the end of every game. Like, that's fucked up. They got to go take like a 10-hour flight after every game. Like, fuck that. So, I don't know. It just feels totally unfair for them.
Yeah.
Graphite, thanks for the $10. Secular Talk viewer since 2014. Glad to catch you guys live. Love you both. Rapid fire. Thoughts on Paul's ego / Vosh electoralism beef. Thoughts on Nuggets / Jokic. Lastly, Kyle, what is a Fredophile? No. What I'm saying is Fredophile.
Yeah.
The word Fredophile is what I'm saying, and I'm just doing that to skirt the algorithm to stop it from demonetizing me automatically for saying the word pedophile. That's what that is. That's why I do that. And to answer your question, and shout out to you, bro. Thanks for watching since 2014. That's real commitment there. To answer your question, so first of all, let me just say I like Paul's ego and I like Vosh, and I listen to both of them, and I listen to both of them on a regular basis. Now, having said that, in terms of the debate, in the past, I probably was more on the side of Paul's ego than I was on Vosh's side. But then as I got older, I've shifted more to the Vosh side of the electoralism beef. However, it's kind of weird because now I'm the only person on that side, seemingly, because Vosh has sort of shifted a little bit towards Paul's ego. So, like, Paul's ego is definitely anti-electoral, and Vosh is, like, semi-anti-electoral, and now I'm the only pro-electoral one in the bunch. So, I don't know. It's kind of weird that I'm, like, the only one standing here. But having said that, I love both those guys deeply, and, yeah, they're cool. So, there's that. Far Twain, thanks for the $5. Our Dem candidate in North Carolina 11 just signed a pledge to fight socialist policy. People are pissed. Great strategy, right? Right. Just go and piss off your base. Yeah, that's so stupid. That's so fucking stupid. Why would you do that in this moment? V-Man, here we go. We finally got the second one here. It threatens environmentally protected lands, public access to beaches, and Taino archaeological sites. The local pro-statehood government has been clearing the hurdles to allow them to build this. Continued. Yeah. I haven't followed this. I don't really know anything about it, but it's the least surprising thing in the world that, like, you know, you have an indigenous population, and then you have developers who come in who go, we're going to make this like an Epstein class playground thing. And then it's just like green lit all the way through. So, yeah. But anyway, I wonder what you think of those libertarian crypto bros who are going down to Puerto Rico and, like, you know, staying there and stuff. I'm curious what your thoughts are on them.
Thanks,
Sir Real Wizard.
Vacation?
No, crypto bros are like living in Puerto Rico because there's like a special tax arrangement. It's a U.S. territory, but not a U.S. state. So there's like a special tax arrangement where you pay less taxes, and the libertarians are all obsessed with paying like no taxes. So that's why they go there. Sir Real Wizard, thanks for the $10. Do y'all ever get recognized in public? Kyle, I think if I randomly saw you at King's Dominion, I would low-key geek out. Well, speaking of, I think we went to King's Dominion not that long ago, and we got recognized there. Was it there that we got recognized? I don't remember.
What is King's Dominion?
It's like a Six Flags type shit.
Okay.
Virginia. But yeah, definitely. I get recognized in public from time to time. It's probably not. It's certainly not too much, and it's not really awkward. And there's some places where I go where I'm like less likely to get recognized than other places.
If you walked around New York City, bro, you would get
100%.
recognized a lot.
100%, because it's a big city, and the people
Yeah.
who are there, like my demographic of people who would watch this show.
Facts.
But like, when I go golfing, I've only been noticed like maybe 2 times on the golf course, which is like
when I'm at Trump National,
Don Jr. comes and punches me in the face and tells me to get off. No, when I'm golfing, it's like I've been noticed twice, but it's like a different demographic than my demographic. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
But like Corin said, in the city, I'll be noticed, and sometimes random times. It's happened like a bunch of times in our building in DC, in our apartment building, where we'll be in the elevator and the person will be like, "Are you Kyle? Kyle and Crystal?" Like, what the fuck are you doing here? That's happened a few times. That's been
that's like fucking seeing like fucking like Sonny and fucking Cher and that shit, bro. Like seeing both of you together is like that's a banger.
You will. If you catch us in our building, you will. Adam King, thanks for the $5. Kyle, heard how Ivory Coast qualifying for their first ever World Cup in 2006 helped end their years-long civil war. Sounds fake, but it's not. Read about it. Bro, first of all, I believe you. Second of all, this is one of the main reasons why I'm absolutely rooting for Brazil and Mexico, because Brazil is run by Lula, left-wing leader, and Claudia Sheinbaum runs Mexico, left-wing leader. So, like, any shine we could get on these left-wing leaders is like chef's kiss. We can usher in a full generation of left-wing leadership in these countries if we just fucking, have shit like this happen for them. They're already leading the country.
Crime probably goes down like when teams are doing well. Like when the Knicks are doing well. Yeah, people are fucking
crime down,
like going crazy, but like it's all positive shit,
Bro, there's a great Zoran quote. It was like, we need to replace the frigidity of rugged individualism with the warmth of collectivism. And it's like, that is so true. And that's exactly what this Knicks win did, is it made New York City all one city. Mm-hmm. Everybody's thinking about the same thing, celebrating the same thing. It made us all feel like brothers and sisters and like close to each other, And that's what we need, man. We need that in this world.
Facts. Thanks, Adam.
Minnesotan, thanks for the $10. Did you see Walls throw shade at Trump's fair, telling everyone to go to the Minnesota State Fair instead? Also, since we're all on that New York high, strongly recommend watching Mr. Robot. Interesting. Do you know what Mr. Robot is, Corin?
I feel like I've heard of it, but there's also a show on Netflix called like I'll Find You that I heard is very good. It's about a father that was accused of murdering his son. Gets put in jail, and he breaks out. And then it's like solving the case or some shit. It's like 1 season, 8 episodes, and I heard it's a fucking banger of a show right now.
No shit, that's crazy. I didn't know
I'll Find You. For anyone that's watched it, put in the comments if you've started watching that shit yet. I was home alone last night because Molly was away for the night, so I couldn't start watching it because I'm too much of a bitch to watch that shit in the house by myself. But now that she's back home, I might try it.
And the Walls thing I didn't see, but that's what's up, because I'm sure the Minnesota State Fair is 1,000 times better than this fucking
100%.
shitty dumb fucking
Minnesota
bullshit.
State Fair, I heard, is a banger.
V-Man, thanks again, man. By stripping environmental protections and make it so legal challenges require a bond worth 10% of the project's value. Mind you, that would be $200 million. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy, bro. That's insane. Sentinel Kevin, thanks for the $20. So whose toes were curling after the visit to Slurp City, Mar or Vance's? Vance's. This is a very important question that needs to be answered with the utmost priority. Yes, it was Vance's. Did you guys like that title? I feel like that was some of my better work.
What was that? Vance going on Bill Maher?
I'll read you the title. Read you the title. I have it right here. Here we go. It's not, the video's not doing too great, so it's not like it didn't knock it out of the park, but the title is Bill Maher takes JD Vance to Slurp City. And then in parentheses, it says makes his toes curl.
I mean, I spoke about this shit with George, my father-in-law, and I was just like, what a fucking sellout fucking JD Vance is, man. To be like so against Trump, and then literally when there's an opportunity that comes your way of like, yeah, you can be vice president, you just like throw everything out the window to fucking like sell your soul to the devil. Like what if you're such a bitch of a human being to like do that shit.
100%.
Like so fucking soft, bro.
Mohit, thanks for the $20. I love the centrist freaking out and the leftists and Mamdani cooking verbally and via his actions. Injected all in my veins. Also, Paraguay upsetting Germany ruined all my parlays, but I bet USA winning it all. That's funny, man. Like, I was rooting for Paraguay, not gonna lie. But Yeah, they had to. There was a lot of money lost, I bet, on that game because I bet a bunch of people bet on
Hell yeah.
Germany. You know,
Definitely. Hopefully you
Yeah.
win your money back with USA winning it, man, because that probably pays out a lot.
yeah, I'm sure it does. But the Centrist freakout has been delicious, hasn't it? About Zoran, appreciate you, bro. Gundam, thanks for the $5. Do you both have any favorite N64 and PS1 games? Oh shit! Now you're asking the real questions. All right, Mario Golf right off the jump. When it comes
Banger.
to N64, oh my days, that's such a fucking great game.
Mhm. GoldenEye.
Love that one. I wasn't a big GoldenEye player.
No.
My buddy Will loved GoldenEye. I was not a big GoldenEye player.
Mario Kart.
Mario Kart was phenomenal for sure.
Uh-huh.
Mario Kart. You know what I'm gonna do? Let me look up.
N64 games.
I'm just gonna look up like top 50 Nintendo 64 games all time, and then I'll go through them and tell you. What I think.
Zelda.
Okay.
You ever play Zelda?
I was not a big Zelda guy because I was not.
I wasn't either.
I was not a big like. I just wanted to play a game. I didn't want to have like a storytelling thing and like. I don't know. I was more of a simple like, let me just fucking go type shit. You know? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right. So Mario Golf for sure. Oh, you pulled up the top 20? Let me see.
Yeah, you can't really. see
I
it,
can't see that shit at all. Hold up. I was a big Mortal Kombat player. I'll say.
So
I really love that shit. Mario Party. I went through a period where Mario Party, I just could not stop fucking playing Mario Party, bro. To me, that was addictive. Like the mini games inside the game. Let me see. Donkey Kong. I was a big Donkey Kong player, but I feel like I did Donkey Kong more on Super Nintendo, not N64. I'm scrolling right now through the top 100. A lot of people like Doom. I didn't play Doom. Did you play Doom, Corin, or no?
No. Oh, Doom, was that the Nazi one?
I don't know. Oh, bro. 1080 snowboarding.
That was a fucking banger.
Oh, I love that shit. Also, Star Wars Pod Racer. Oh, I fucking love Star Wars Pod Racer.
That's taking me back. I do remember that one.
Ready to Rumble Boxing. I did that shit too. Loved Ready to Rumble Boxing.
Super Smash Brothers, I feel like, was a popular one.
People love Dr. Mario too. I never played that shit.
Mario Tennis.
Mario Tennis is like a top 3 for me, bro.
Yeah.
I could play that shit for hours.
Facts.
I never played the Pokemon on N64 shit.
I never did that shit either.
I did it on my Game Boy like crazy. I never played it on Nintendo 64.
Donkey Kong shit.
Yeah, Donkey Kong, I was more Super Nintendo than N64, I feel like.
That 1080 snowboarding shit or whatever the fuck that was a banger.
Oh my God, it was so good. It was so much fun. You could even pick that game up today and still have a fun time playing it once you relearn like how to do the tricks and shit.
Yep.
You know, Quake is one people played a lot. I was not huge on Quake. I'm trying to see what else. I think I really covered the gist of it. Outside of that, I loved since I love golf, I always liked the Wildlife golf shit. I always would play that, but I was like the only person in the country that probably was playing Wildlife golf.
Yeah, I remember that. I don't remember that shit.
Yeah, nobody else played that shit. I was just a golf nerd, so I liked playing that shit. But yeah, that pretty much covers the gist of it. There was also the Wave Race 64, where like you'd race on jet skis, but that wasn't as good as the Pod Racer.
Everybody's showing love for the 1080.
Bro, 1080 snowboarding was next fucking level, dog. It was so good. It was so much fun. T Herbalist, thanks for the $20. If Trump wants to run for a third term, then Zoran should be allowed to as well. The Constitution blocks both from running. It's fair game. Our first 7 presidents were born British citizens after all. Mamdani, Kulinski, 2020. That's hilarious, man. He seemed like he's not even remotely interested in it, which I'm kind of not surprised. He seems like he's,
Yeah, he's content with being the mayor.
Yeah, he's content with being the mayor. But
what are your thoughts on George was saying that like there is no like to increase the Supreme Court judges?
Yeah, do it. You can do it.
You can do that shit, right?
And we should, yeah. They've already increased it a number of times already. They should just do it again. And he's 100%
And in the
right.
past, like there were more in the past.
Yeah, they've done it in the past. Right? They've increased the number of the size of the court a number of times. They could do it again, and they should do it again. Yeah, I'm sick of this shit. And you should impeach the conservative justices that are fucking corrupt and that are making insane decisions. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Thank you, Herbalist.
QC man, thanks for the $5. Trump is so gay for Zoran. That is true. After calling him a communist, he immediately said he still liked him and that he's a good-looking guy. the Zoran charm. Look, it's not just the Zoran charm, bro. He's got a type, man. Like, he's got a type. He likes brown guys. He likes Arab dudes, brown dudes. The number of brown dudes who he's been like, handsome guy, good looking guy. He does it all the time with them.
He's trying to bang Zoran.
Bro, as his brain is degrading as he gets older, as his like dementia is creeping in, he's getting more honest. And so like he'll say like some gay ass shit sometimes. So I think he's bisexual. I think he's been bisexual his whole life, and he's just sort of like
he's definitely done some weird shit. Yeah,
100%. Yeah, 100%. Sonic, thanks for the $5. Schumer and Jeffries are worse than useless. They are actively holding the party back. Could not agree more, my friend. Could not agree more. That is exactly correct, and hopefully we'll kick them hoes to the curb.
Thanks.
Pentaxenstein, thank you, bro. Very, very kind donation. Thank you for the $50. Hey, gents, life has changed, and my wife and I have decided to drop a 6-figure endowment on KKNF and Ben Jordan. Know you'll put it to work combating the evil facing everyone. I'll get in touch with you somehow. Make the world a better place. Well, thank you, brother. That's very, very kind of you. And I don't know if you're joking or being serious here, but either way, we appreciate you. You've been very kind over the years.
Yes.
And we could never ask for anything more. You've been ride or die with the channel. We appreciate it, bro. Thank you,
Pentaxenstein. Thanks a lot, bro.
Offensive humor, thanks for the $5. New job going good, but I'm at a construction site and most of my team are still Trumpers. I hold back, but I'm clear Trump is an Israeli
cuck.
I think cuck. I think he's supposed to say cuck. I can't believe that at a construction site they're still Trumpers. That's kind of wild.
Really? That doesn't surprise me.
Because shit is so much more expensive now that you'd imagine at some point these people be like, I can't afford gas, bro. I can't afford gas. I'm struggling to pay rent. You know?
Even utilities probably cost more.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. So I don't know. I feel like it's crazy when anybody's left supporting Trump. I just don't see it at all anymore. But anyway, thank you, bro. We appreciate you. Tracy, thanks for the $5 super sticker. Gundam, thanks again for the $10. Marco Rubio sent a letter to Bolsonaro's son thanking him for offering access to the presidential transition team. Bolsonaro's son is going to let Rubio control the Brazilian government if elected. Why am I not surprised by that? Why am I not surprised? Everybody better support Lula's party because this is completely and utterly unacceptable. CNT, thanks for the $5. Hey guys, I'm an apartment maintenance guy. I work for a shitty property management company. I just want to say that Mao isn't looking so bad. From your lips to God's ears, I can tell your thoughts on landlords and can't say I disagree. B Dogman, thanks for the $5. You guys going to get GTA 6? I am probably not. I am not a big gamer much these days. The only time I play video games is every now and then I'll play video games with my son because he'll, ask me to play. Like we played Mario Golf the other day. He asked me to play with him. He's into Mario Golf at the moment. He doesn't like playing real golf, but he likes playing Mario Golf. So
I don't blame him. That Mario Golf is fucking banger. I stopped playing GTA after Vice City, I think.
Sonic, thanks again. Ted Cruz looks and sounds like he pissed off a wizard and got cursed. I'm Ted Cruz, me. Yeah, to have that voice and want to be president is nasty work, man, because like nobody's going to fucking take you seriously or want to listen to you when you sound like that. Non-zero chance U.S. instructed Singapore cargo ship to take the alternate route to test Iran's resolve around Article 5. I would not be surprised by that either, man. You never know with these fucking disgusting freaks. You never fucking know.
Thank you, 77.
Asha, now you again. Thanks for the $5. In Texas, same BS Paxton and Corbin backed PACs were heavily running ads on Sharia law, propaganda, and fear-mongering. Cruz doing the same shit. Are you serious? Corin, I think I was supposed to say, not Corbin, but damn, they're so desperate to beat Tallarico, but I honestly think if anybody has a chance, he does. I actually think he does. I guess we'll find out. AOC supports AIPAC Shakur as leader over some housing promise. Will she morph into Pelosi over the years? Is AOC Nancy's surrogate? I think it's harsh to say she'll morph into Nancy Pelosi.
Yeah, but Pelosi's bad, right?
Yeah, I mean, her voting record, she probably has some votes on there that would make us fucking wince. But
she'll probably pass soon. I feel like we'll get one of those updates.
I feel like Biden is the next one, to be honest. I mean, he's so up there. Biden or Trump, honestly, is the two that I'm thinking of. But yeah, like I feel like that's a little harsh, but there's still enough stuff there that's worthy of criticism because she decided this inside game is the way to go. And I don't know, it just seems like Zoran's approach is better overall. So that's what I would say. Thank you, bro. Appreciate it.
All right, we're like halfway, so we'll fly.
All right, we'll try to speed up because we only got 30 minutes left in this bitch. Coder Coder Karen, thanks for the $10. Why whitewash Brad Lander? He's better than the alternative, but why ignore that he's a Zionist? He funded bombs being dropped on children. He wasn't in Congress. How could he have funded that? All Zios equal utter trash. It has to be a red line. Yeah, but he wasn't in Congress, so I don't understand how he funded that. So anyway, but we appreciate the $10. But no, Lander's cool, man. Like, Lander's cool. Yes, he's not perhaps as good as the other ones are, but he's still cool. Like, I fuck with Brad Lander. Zoran fucks with Brad Lander. Like, yeah, like not everybody's going to be fucking,
Perfect.
Noam Chomsky off the jump. Like, it is what it is. You take your wins where you get them. So, QC man, thanks for the $5. Chris Christie, of all people, telling Zoran he needs to focus on his job and not just talk at parades. Christie left with terrible approval rating. Shut up. Yeah, Zoran keeps getting win after win after win policy-wise, and Christie probably doesn't even know that.
Bitch. Yeah,
fuck him. Fuck him. Will Davis, thanks for the $5. Have you tried Gucci Intense Oud cologne? My friend got that shit, and it smells amazing. No, but I'll add it to the list. Gucci Intense Oud, because I've heard good things about that one, actually. Gucci Intense Oud. And my favorite all time is a Gucci. Gucci Pour Home, and I think it's like the second version of it. That's like my all-time favorite cologne. I wore only that cologne for years before I got into fragrances. And it's like just locked in my memory as like, this shit is goated, Big Can of Whoop Ass, thanks for the $10. What do you think of redefining racism to mean prejudice plus power? While it has its place, I always thought institutionalized racism was a better term to use than racism for this idea. Yeah, I kind of agree with you. I think institutionalized racism is a way to sort of delineate that not only are they racist, but it has the force of law behind it. So it like has more of an impact. Because yeah, it's possible for anybody to be racist. It's just it matters less if somebody's racist and they're black and they're racist against white people. Like, they can't do anything about that. They could say something that upsets you, but like they can't use their power to hurt you. Whereas when the racism cuts in the other direction, like somebody loses a job or somebody loses, their life. Or so you see what I'm saying? So like the power is a fundamental part of it, but I kind of agree with you that institutionalized racism is a way to sort of pack that punch in a way that makes more sense,
Thanks, Big Can.
Bernie Sanchez, thanks for the $5. Lots of love to you guys. Who y'all got winning this World Cup? That Germany-Paraguay game was wild. That Iran offsides call was bullshit. Totally agree, Bernie. I loved watching that Germany-Paraguay game. Me and Crystal were like, oh shit, we were screaming and shit. It was fun. And who do I have winning the World Cup? I don't know, man. There's like who I think is going to win versus who I want to win. And obviously who I think is going to win is Argentina. But who I want to win is Mexico, Brazil, and the U.S. So we'll see.
Yeah, I agree. It'd be fucking really cool to see like USA win that shit.
I just like under Trump, I just feel like no.
Yeah,
I really
know.
Don't like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
I'm cool. You know what it is?
Like, he get the credit for that shit.
I'm cool with us getting far. I am not cool with us fucking winning.
Yeah, I guess so.
Like I'm cool with us getting far, but give me Mexico over the U.S. Give me Brazil over the U.S. You know?
Yeah, because you're gonna see like fucking Cash Patel at the fucking finals.
Yeah,
like,
I'm not. I don't want to see that shit again. I don't want Trump to be smiling, handing the trophy to a U.S. player. Like we sort of need to get punched in the face a little bit, and this is a way to punch us in the fucking face.
Facts.
Hey Kyle, do you watch The Big Bang Theory? I have been binge watching lately. I do not watch it, but I have family members who watch that show and who swear by it, but I have not watched it.
Yeah,
appreciate you,
I've
Brett.
watched a couple episodes, but they got the fucking laugh track and that shit, so they can fuck off.
Yeah, not a fan of that, huh? Path of Then, thanks for the $10. Tried to send, but ran out of time. If Kamala puts out her prosecutor card and promises to charge this administration and AOC does not follow suit, AOC will lose the primary. People want justice. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I mean, look, if Kamala runs, there are some arguments she can use that would help her out quite a bit. I do think that's one of those arguments, right? Like, look, I'm a prosecutor. I've known criminals my whole life. I'm going to go after these fucking criminals, and that's what they are. They're criminals. You just went up 5 points saying that shit. You know what I'm saying? So, like, yeah, I can see that. I actually think that Kamala's at this moment, it feels like Kamala's a bigger threat than Newsom, to be honest, to win.
Really?
At this moment, yeah, Newsom keeps fucking up. So,
oh, wow.
I guess we'll see. Asha, now you again. Thanks for the $5. Vanguard guys wanted to ask, just kidding, I'm lying. What are your favorite punk / metals, etc. rock bands, and why are they Nickelback and the Dave Matthews Band?
Sure.
Oh, man. So I feel like I have the same answer every time we talk about stuff like this, but I've never been a big rock guy. I've never been a metal guy. Never been a punk guy. But I don't know, man. I'm trying to scroll through my phone right now to see who the fuck I have.
The first song that comes to my mind is like, 'cause I'm on the outside and I'm looking in and I can see through you. You know that song? see your true colors. Cause inside you're ugly like me.
I know that song. This is the one I'm thinking of.
Oh, that's a good one too.
Hold me now. I'm
'Cause
6 feet
from the edge and I'm thinking,
That's what I like.
baby,
6 feet.
is
It's
so far down.
down.
Hold me now. That's a banger of a song. Who sings that shit?
Oh, that's Creed. It's called One
Oh.
Last Breath. Yeah. I
Yeah.
fuck with that shit.
Hold me now.
What else do I got here? I'm looking, man. Oh, all I see is R&B, fucking pop. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's not. I don't have that much rock. There's some rock in here somewhere.
Did you get tickets yet? Because I looked up today when the Chris Brown Usher is coming to MetLife, and it's like August 5th or some shit.
Yeah, we got.
I think I'm gonna get tickets. Oh, you got tickets ready?
Oh yeah, we got tickets ready, bro.
You're going in
We got
DC?
tickets. Yeah, we're going in DC. Yep.
Damn.
They
fuck, that's gonna be a fucking banger.
Crystal bought them shits.
Oh
Yeah.
fuck, she blessed.
Yeah, I told you when I was at the Justin Timberlake concert was cool as hell. I fuck with that.
Nothing's gonna top this Usher fucking Chris Brown shit, bro.
That's what I was gonna say, because I went to the Bruno Mars concert. It was cool, but I'm not the biggest Bruno Mars fan.
No,
I've never been to a concert. Well, I guess the Justin Timberlake one, I'm an actual fan of his, but I'm a bigger fan probably of Chris's music than I am of Justin's music. You know what I'm saying?
She's gonna see a different side of you that's just on some like every song that they play is gonna be a banger. Because I went to an Usher concert and it was bangers. Well, Usher and Chris Brown is that shit on steroids.
I know.
Fuck. Yeah,
somebody
my tickets.
Somebody send me some Adderall so I could be high on Adderalls. I'm there and I'll
facts.
fucking dance my ass off. You know, that's the one thing that'll make me dance is Adderall and a little bit of alcohol, you know. Mr. Shea, thanks for the $5. Only 4,000 companies are on the stock market. 0.1% of all U.S. companies. You're right, bro. The stock market does not represent the economy 100%. And it's only like the top 10% own like 85% of the stocks or something like that. It's ridiculous. Yeah, it's not an indication of how your average person is doing. T-Lane, thanks for the $20. Just got my Secular Talk Pride shirt in the mail. I know you hate the idea of selling merch and doing ads. However, your advocacy for equal rights for everyone is why I'm here. Kyle Kulinski, white pride ally.
Did you guys do you did a pride shirt?
Well, what happened was Lilith reached out to me and said, like, hey, look, I made this shirt. Take a look at it. And I took a look at it. And I was like, that's a cool fucking shirt. And she was like, yeah. So, you know, I want to, if we sell this, I'm going to take a certain amount and give it to, you know, a good cause, like a, you know, equal rights type organization, like an anti-suicide thing for LGBTQ people, LGBTQ youth. And she was like, and also I'll take some of the proceeds and I'm moving and like, this will help me for my move or whatever.
That's what's up.
And I was like, all right, yeah, that's cool. I could like mention it on air. And so I did. I told my audience, I was like, look, man, this is the first and last time I'm bringing this shit up, but we got a Secular Talk Pride shirt, limited time, official merch, you know, like Lilith put together the whole shit. Like, jump if you want it, get it right the fuck now is what I said. And then like, I guess a bunch of people got it, but I'm glad you like it. The shirt was really cool. I couldn't help myself. The shirt was really cool when Lilith sent it to me. So.
What do we got? 1 day left to make a Corin's World Pride shirt? I might have to hit Kyle up to fucking promote that. JK.
Kiss My Piss, then the great name. Thanks for the $100. Regarding Ukraine, it's interesting how when you hear about strikes, it's legit targets like oil refineries and ammo depots and not schools and hospitals. Stark contrast to the IDF. It shouldn't be hard. It's a good ass point, man. It's a good ass point. And you know, I am worried about what's going to happen next over there, but I guess we'll find out soon enough. But I'm afraid Putin's in a corner like Trump is in a corner with Iran. I don't even know what the fuck he's going to do in that corner. But we'll see. Yeah. Bernie, thanks for the $20 again, man. You guys, the essay is clearly AI. Look at the handwriting. Don't get caught up addressing this fake BS. I agree with y'all, but someone clearly added that in to get a reaction from us. It's not worth it.
Is that?
I see. Yeah. You know what he's saying? He's saying about the tipping shit. Yeah. He's saying about the receipt. Yeah. It's a good conversation, though, Bernie.
It is a good conversation.
That's why he wanted to have it, because I'm sure that resonated with some people, and they were like, oh, yeah, this is what it should be. And it's like,
yeah.
Nah,
I mean, it does make sense. I put it into ChatGPT after, like, my sister sent me that shit. And I was just like, even the shit was like, yeah, it's a controversial topic because it's like, yeah, tipping culture is kind of weird in our fucking society.
That President Zoran would get rid of that shit. President Zoran would demand, you know.
Well, yeah. Also, you've always said this shit in the past, too. It's like, it's on the restaurants to just pay their workers more. Like, don't put it on me to pay your fucking employee. Like, fucking just pay them what they fucking should 100%. Be getting paid.
Yeah, that's how it should be. 100%. No doubt about it. AC Poll, thanks for the $10. Hey, Kyle, did you see Griffin from Breaking Points on the Vanguard? I understand the frustrations with AOC, but throwing her away like TYT has done / shilling for Tucker, people not running, is bad and risks Shapiro. Yeah, I agree. I mean, look, it's a tough place to be in, right? Because AOC does some things that are genuinely worthy of criticism. I think that's fair to say, right? However, the amount of criticism she gets is way out of whack with the amount of criticism she should get relative to actual Diet MAGA Democrats and Republicans. And there are some people on the left who have like AOC derangement syndrome, who have like somehow made her the chief villain, which is just very bizarre. It's very weird. It's very strange. And there is a weird correlation between those who like make AOC the main enemy, but then also like suck off Tucker Carlson and act like he's a hero from time to time for like he mildly says the correct thing kind of before running back into the loving arms of the Republican Party. So yeah, I don't know if Griffin has done that. To answer your question, I did not see Griffin on the Vanguard. So like I can't comment on what he said in particular, but I will say that the AOC derangement syndrome among some people on the left gets a little bit out of hand sometimes. And it's, I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like, if you're giving more credit to Tucker than AOC about anything, you sort of lost the plot, you know? Media consumption. Thanks for the $5. Saw Hassan the other day say Fetterman might actually be worse than Massey. Purely hypothetical. Massey versus Fetterman 28. What's the move? Vote blue? I don't even know, bro. I mean, look, if you look at it like a math problem, this is the way you have to address it. If you look at it like a math problem, it just is the case that that Fetterman's voting record is going to be more Democratic and more left-leaning than Massey. However, there are going to be some issues where, Massey will be better. Like, for example, the Iran war, I would say. Like, for example, Israel, I would say. Massey's record isn't perfect on Israel. Massey's record on Iran isn't perfect, but it's better than Fetterman. So if you prioritize those issues over every other issue, then you vote Massey. But if you'd rather not have child labor, if you want clean water and clean air, if you want higher wages, if you want 20 million more people to have Medicaid, then you vote Fetterman, right? So like it's a tough question because it's like Fetterman is better. He's better on more issues. Like he's going to be better on like 80 to 90% of the issues. But on the issues where he's worse, like those are big issues. Like funding a genocide is a big issue. Continuing a war against Iran is a big fucking issue. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I would answer that question other than to say, if that's the case, we're all living in hell and we should probably jump off a bridge together. Pawn's Gambit, thanks for the $5. I hate tipping and his dark history, but my first job was as a busboy, and I also recognize that it helps more than just the waiting staff.
I read that in the shit too. Yeah, it's like you're tipping for everybody.
Yeah, man, and like I always tip well because I always know like these people want to be here. Nobody wants to be serving me my chicken fingers. Like you have to be here. So okay, I'm gonna at least try to make it worth your while. You know what I'm saying?
Here you go, sir. Here your chicken fingers in front.
Yeah, like nobody's like, I know what I want to do with my life. Serve this asshole some chicken fingers. Like my mom didn't even want to give me my chicken fingers when I was like fucking 6 years old. Why you don't want to give me my chicken fingers? What the fuck? And then people have the nerve to be like, I'm not going to tip a lot. Well, fuck you. Then don't go eat at the restaurant,
Oh, my God.
T-Lane, thanks for the $10. If the U.S. wins the World Cup in an upset, given how unserious we are about the sport, do we owe it to ourselves, to the world, to rename it Grasketball, hoping Mexico wins for Queen Claudia? I totally agree.
It's officially called soccer if we win.
I like Grasketball better. Yeah, let's go to Grasketball instead. That's my favorite. I like that better than soccer. I like it better than football.
It's kind of weird that like just as a country we're just like, no, we call this shit soccer because we're
we do that
degenerates. Like
we do that shit with fucking the metric system too.
Yeah.
People are like, hey, look, we've devised a system that's easy to understand that breaks measurements down into like simple things that are like tens and hundreds. And we're like, nah, we're not doing that. We're going with feet and yards and miles. Like, but
we're such assholes of a country.
I know. They're like, wait a second, that doesn't even make sense. It's not even like an even number when you break it down. It's like, we don't care. We'll just go with the fake shit. We don't care.
I don't give a fuck.
Ryan, thanks again, man. Corin, as a former restaurant employee, think of it holistically. Most servers make a shitty salary that you'd expect for a server. Some days are slow. People are messy. They stay longer. Time is money. Many variables.
No, true. I 100% agree. Yeah, I agree with you. I agree that they should be getting tipped well, but like, I just saw the argument of like, yeah, fucking plate is a plate. You fucking get a glass of wine versus a fucking soda from the filler. It's the same shit, but like, you know, I do understand that it's holistically that everybody is working towards the fucking greater goal. Well, appreciate you. Thank you a lot.
CK Progressive, thanks for the $10. Mail-in voting for the Michigan primary has begun. I'm proud to say that I voted for Abdul El Sayed. I'm glad I could vote for someone who represents my interests and the interests of all Americans. Doesn't it feel good? It's funny how when you get a candidate who actually represents you, you actually feel excited to go vote for them. You're like, yes.
I wanted to vote for Bernie Sanders so fucking bad when he was running, man.
Yeah, it felt so good to cast that vote. Like, yeah, man, I'm actually doing the right thing here. Like, this feels just. This feels correct.
Yep.
See, that's what politics could be, man. That's what it should be instead of this whole like, I guess I'll vote for the lesser evil, you know?
Yep.
So, Robbie, thanks for the $5. Animal agriculture involves raping and torturing animals and is one of the leading drivers of the climate crisis. Why not go vegan? Much love, guys. Look, I would 100% be in favor of a law that eliminates factory farming and regulates the shit out of those factory farms and makes it so that the animals are treated with dignity. In terms of going vegan, I could theoretically be in favor of going vegan when we get to the point where they can make meat that's like completely organic without us having to kill animals. You know what I'm saying? So like you could grow the meat but it's not like you're not killing an animal. I would definitely agree with that. But in terms of like right now, right this second, why I don't go vegan, it's all cultural. It's all that I was raised eating meat all the time, and like it's just a very difficult thing to just like.
That shit is fucking banging too. You throw some A1 sauce on that bitch.
Yeah, fucking barbecue. Like,
yeah,
Nick Fuentes was ranting against barbecue the other day, and I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? It's like the best thing we have in this country.
We had an argument against barbecue?
Well, he was trying to say, part of his argument was good, where he was saying the blue states are better than the red states, and like blue cities are better than red cities. And then he was like, but like, somebody was saying like Oklahoma City is the best place. He's like, what am I going to do? I'm going to go there wearing a big belt buckle and wearing a big ass hat and eat barbecue. And he was acting like barbecue sucks.
Like,
why would I eat
bad
that?
Thing?
Yeah. And I was like, that's the best part of the shit.
Yeah, that's
like,
the fucking only reason you go to Oklahoma City.
Like I was with you on red state sucking, but barbecue is fucking horrible. It's phenomenal. What are you talking about? CK Progressive, no one is showing up to the 250 fair. I'll make this prediction. When Trump is no longer in office, this country will party like it's 1999, regardless of whether he leaves or dies. Bro, I'm telling you, like I said, I'm not kidding when I say I'm researching cigar types. I'm trying to get the nicest stogie in the world, and I'm going to have a little bit of alcohol, even though I don't drink. I'm going to have a champagne, a little bit of bubbly next to me, and I'm actually going to have a glass of wine. The last time I had a glass of wine and the last time I had a cigar was the night Zoran Mamdani won. You know?
I'm going to tell Jed to get you some shit from DR because they got good cigars out there.
Oh, banging ass cigars? That'd be what's up, man. That'd be what's up. And you know what? I fucked up. I should have the other night when we had the massive wins in the New York races. I should have had a cigar ready and I should have had some champagne ready, but I didn't. But I'll be ready. I'm ready for
what's the viral picture of you with? Don't you have a cigar in your mouth and your shit?
That's the exact day that Zoran won. Right when we heard Zoran won, I grabbed my cigar, lit that bitch up, turned on the thing, played Pop Smoke. I feel invincible. Woo,
that's iconic. Man. That's iconic.
That felt so good. That felt so good. Cartoon, thanks for the $5. Hey Kyle, any plan you would go on Stephen A. Smith's show and battle it out about what right with the Democrats party? Your voice need to be heard there.
That'd be amazing.
I would talk to Stephen A. I don't think he'd talk to me. I've been relatively disrespectful to him on my show, but I would talk to Stephen A. That'd be fun.
That'd be a good ass. I'd fucking love that, man. Stephen A. Get Kyle on.
It would be fun, yeah. George Wade, thanks for the $20, man. Shout out to you. Sorry, Mr. Chips. I was born in the only South African country that speaks English, Guyana. I cook as my dad taught me. We layer flavors. You have had my food, and I tone it down for you, Corin. Miss me with the chicken fingers.
I don't know what you're coming at me with. I don't know. Like, I love your food. I'm saying chicken fingers are bangers too. Like, you can have the best of both worlds. You can have some shit, and then you can have chicken fingers too. Like Chinese food, I platter out my shit. I do rice. I do the fucking boneless spare ribs. I do the chicken and broccoli. I do noodles, and then I do soy sauce on top of that shit. So like, yeah, I don't hate on your food. Your food is banging.
That shit sounds good. Hook me up with
No, his food is banging. He does like curry, and then they have roti. And, like, they roll out this bread, and you could put the fucking chicken and shit in the bread and kind of make it into like a fucking wrap and bang it.
And the curry is not too hot for you. He tones it back for you.
Yeah, I think like the level he does it at is not too hot, because even my wife Molly likes it. George can eat some hot shit, but the level of heat that he makes it with is doable. Yeah, it's nothing crazy.
Got you.
Because I can't eat some shit that's gonna burn my tongue.
my shit is better than I thought it was. I always thought I can't handle hot food at all, but then I kept eating shit, and eventually people were like, that shit is a little hot, and I would eat it. And I'm like, it's not that bad. So like,
I agree with
you. You know,
I think I've always been under the impression of people being like, "Oh, that shit is hot," and then you eat it, and you're like, "It's hot, but it's doable." Like I'll drink a glass of water after. But like, I think people are
overly cautious. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly.
Thanks. By the way, y'all, 10 minutes left, so don't send some shit in. just let you know.
I'm just gonna get to the bigger shit.
Okay.
So like,
Dennis, thanks for the $10. Tell your boy Kyle to chill on the Gen X hate. Boomers stayed in workforce a decade longer and set most of the generation back. By the time the boomers left, no one was interested. We're not Rogan and Mar. Well, shout out to you, Dennis, man. Me and Crystal have had this argument in the past on Gen X versus boomers. I was the one saying boomer was the worst generation, and she would say Gen X was the worst generation. And we went back and forth on it a little bit, but there were a few moments where I was like, you know what? I think you're right. I forget what it was, the thing that really made me feel like it, but I was like, low-key, you're kind of right. But yeah, I mean, the ones who are like zillennials, the ones who are like Gen X, but also kind of millennials, like right on that border, I'll fuck with y'all. Y'all are cool.
Just because this is a good question.
Dan Carr, thanks for the $5. Sound like you guys are watching the World Cup. Would you rather listen to English versus Spanish announcers? For me, a Spanish go. Yeah, you know what's funny? I accidentally turned on the Spanish channel a few times, and we left it on, and I heard a bunch of go, and I was like, this shit is kind of fire.
Yeah. The Spanish announcers do a really phenomenal job.
CK Progressive, thanks for the $10. One more thing, Jubilee is now attempting to copy Breaking Point's poorly, in my opinion. They have a new show called The Split, starring a black conservative populist and a white liberal. I forget their names. I didn't know that. I got to tell Crystal that. She's going to fucking love that.
That's just probably whack as fuck, man.
I know. They can't. It's always cheap imitations. Nobody could pull it off like that. Cut the Camel, thanks for the $10. Rogan's downfall has no bottom. Did you see him say no one really considered how much influence Israel has on the U.S. before October 7th? Well, Nick Fuentes considered it. No credit to leftists ever. Bro, he had Abby Martin on his fucking show to talk about this exact issue. Like, yes, they were talking about it. You had her on your show, but like you said, you can't give credit to a leftist ever. Fucking embarrassing. Jeffrey, thanks for the $10. Kyle, what would a freed Palestine look like to you? Would it be a secular nation without a state, religion, and what ideology would you like? Capitalist, socialist, or something else? Look, I mean, I think ideally, I could go either way. If they were to choose, I could go a two-state solution where you have an Israel and you have a Palestine, right? And they're both free, independent, and sovereign, right? I can go in that direction, or I could go the Zoran direction, which also makes sense to me, which is one state with equal rights for everybody. But obviously, ideally, you'd go socialist, you'd go secular, you'd have a constitution. That would be ideal, in my opinion. Appreciate it, bro. Citizen King, thanks for the $20. Ronaldo was left wing. How y'all see right wing? Well, he was buddy with Jordan Peterson. He loves Jordan Peterson. And that was after Jordan Peterson even made his like weird right-wing Daily Wire turn. So that's where I think that comes from. Messi went to the Wailing Wall. Messi is better, but bad politics. Also, Michael is biggest biopic now, beating Oppenheimer, shaming the haters and lies. Too many white leftists are anti-Mike bubble.
Michael Jackson?
He's saying Michael Jackson. It's not just white people, bro. It's making it seem like it's a white thing. Like most people look at him like you did that shit.
Thank you, citizen.
Silent, thanks for the $10. Kyle, what's your take on Trump being a registered Democrat during the Bush administration? I recently discovered that he was quoted with Wolf Blitzer in 2004 admitting the economy does better under Democrats. Yeah, he used to be a Democrat, but then he ran, I want to say he ran in, 2000? Or he was either threatening to run or he ran in 2000 as a Reform Party candidate. And he was like this weird enlightened centrist mix of beliefs. And so while he was registered as a Democrat, because he was a New Yorker and he was in New York, relatively quickly, over 20 years ago, he had already sort of shifted to the right. And so I don't think much of that other than like, yeah, when he was younger, he was that,
Have you been going harder on YouTube lately?
Me?
Here, this question.
Peter Marshall, thanks for the $5. Kyle, you always say you're afraid to get banned on YouTube. LOL. What would that behavior look like? You've been going ham lately. No, when I say like I'm a real dinks, I don't want to get banned. It's always because I have one very specific thing I'm about to say that I know goes too far. Like you can't wish for like violence or death or anything like that. And like if I'm in the midst of a over the top rant, I might like have to reel myself in when talking about some of these fucking disgusting fucks like Elon or Trump. Z-Core, thanks for the $50. Very kind of you. Kyle, market today is false positive. Japan yen futures are collapsing tomorrow. Appreciate you. Well, thank you, bro. We appreciate the $50. We appreciate your support. And I agree with you, man. I agree with you. This roller coaster at some point is going to go negative quickly.
Thank you very much, man.
Pentaxin Scene, thanks again, man. Farming while beige is a fucking ninja. Just awesome content, important content. Oh, okay. So we got another endorsement for Farming While Beige, who apparently tried to debunk the whole mask situation. I'll be very impressed if they can convince me otherwise on that. Twill, thanks for the $10. Hey, guys. Kyle, have you ever watched any of Tommy G's videos? He just had a pretty good one where he went to Capitol Hill and confronted Congress members on insider trading. A few other good ones, too. I have not seen, I've never heard of Tommy G, and I have not seen any of these videos, but perhaps that's another thing that I'll have to take a look at.
Thank you, too.
George, thanks again, man. Buddhist call what you are looking for with kids, life condition. Think Kobe, Kareem, Jordan, and now Brunson. High life condition. You don't have to say shit. Huh. Yeah, I don't know how... What? Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say. To your point, I guess it's like the look you give them or some shit, you know?
Yeah, I mean, but some dads are just better at it. I feel like if you have a lower threshold, you're actually a better dad, though. You know, like I think I'm too permissive. I think I'm actually too permissive as a dad. But then again, as a stepdad, I also feel like I don't want to ever cross a line where, you know, Crystal will say to me after, like, you went a little too, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I don't ever want to cross that line. So for me, it only comes out when I'm actually really like.
Yeah. No, and I think that's appreciated.
Yeah. But I do think you might have better parenting outcomes if you hit your threshold a little sooner and you draw more clear lines more often, is what I guess I'm trying to say, you know?
Yeah.
But then again, like my dad was kind of strict with me. I don't know. It's tough. It's always hard to figure out how do you navigate it properly, because you never know how it's going to end up. Douglas, thanks for the $10. Since you guys are supposed to be socialists, let the orange tard build his ballroom, then divide the floor once new president is in. Since socialists want more people to work for the government, look forward. No, just because I'm on the left does not mean I support, like, hey, it'll be a jobs program if you build concentration camps. Like, no, I'd be against that in the same way I'm against building a ballroom, because the ballroom is stupid.
Fuck the ballroom.
Yeah. Aaron, thanks for the $10. Kyle, you mentioned recently on your show that you went to King's Dominion with the fam going later this summer. How were the coasters? What's your favorite theme park of all time? Well, me, for sentimental reasons, I'm going Playland in Rye, New York. That's where we
went. Dragon coasters.
Yeah,
shit is wooden.
Shit is going to fucking break any fucking second
these
days.
Since like 1904.
Yeah, totally. And I never go on any of the rides, dog. I'm like a regular ass old person who has no interest in being thrown around in space.
Me and you both. I saw a video of some shit. I think it was Six Flags. They were like all the way in the air on some swing shit. Do you see this shit? They were like all the way in the fucking sky.
Shit stopped.
Shit stopped.
Shit stopped. Yeah, no, I don't fuck with that shit.
Fuck that.
If you get injured or some shit happens, you're gonna be like, why did I get on this thing? Why would I feel like it was okay to get on this thing? So yeah, I don't do any of those shits. But you know, if you ask that question to Crystal or one of the kids, they'd be able to answer that shit for you.
Facts. Thank you, though.
The Waving Bear, thanks for the $10. Kyle, your video today on the Great American State Fair made me laugh hysterically. Been watching since 2016 and enjoy what you do. Finally got to catch this live. Thanks, guys. Well, thank you, Waving Bear. We appreciate that. And I'm glad you enjoyed that video. That fucking fair was really, that fair is really something, isn't it?
For real.
Cinemac, thanks for the $10. It's been 17 years since In the Loop with James Gandolfini and Peter Capaldi, with its depressingly funny satire on the Iraq War buildup. We're due for a similar satire on the Epstein files. Huh, I never even heard of this. The Loop. I'll type that in. The Loop, James Gandolfini, because I'm a big fan of him, of course, Gandolfini. Yeah. Everybody's a big fan of that man. Man, he fucking is a great actor. Pack the Court. Damn right, Pondering Politics. Shout out to Josiah. Pack the Court. Everybody go check out Pondering Politics YouTube channel if you haven't yet. This man is 100% correct on that. We are not fucking around anymore with these judicial supremacists.
All right, we got like 2 minutes. I'll just pick some random ones here.
Jay Cooney, thanks for the $5. I've been listening to you and Breaking Point since 2021. Thanks. Curious, have you read This Is Your Brain on Sports? It's sarcastic, has Jon Stewart and world politics. I don't think I have read that. Have you, Corin?
Hell, motherfucking no. You asked that question like you fucking.
Well, I mean, Jon Stewart is mentioned, so I felt like.
Oh yeah.
You know.
No, I haven't. This is your brain on sports. Yeah, maybe no, I haven't. But it sounds pretty interesting.
Yeah, you like sports and Jon Stewart, so it kind of works out, you know.
Yeah, I'm actually looking to that.
Logan, thanks for the $5. First time caller, long time listener. Do you think America is legit ready for a new Nuremberg trials for the crimes committed by this regime? I think so, and I hope so, but I'm worried about the follow through of the Democrats. You know, like, will you actually have the balls to fucking get in there and actually arrest these criminals? That I'm unsure of, because Obama didn't do it with Bush, and like that was a big red flag to me of like, oh, once you're in the club, they sort of protect you no matter what. And so I don't know, man. I do feel like some people will go to prison, though. I don't know if it'll be Trump. I don't know if it'll be the people at the highest level. But I do think some people are going to go to prison, because this was such a massive crime spree that, like, you can't not send some people to prison, you know? Wisama, thanks for the $5. It's a tragedy that Mamdani can't run for president. I've never seen a politician deliver like him, if he could run, he would win 100%. I totally agree with that. And I'm like hesitant to make predictions these days, but for him, for sure, I think he would win that shit also.
Cartoon. You like Pat McAfee?
No, not a Pat McAfee fan. Kind of annoys the shit out of me. I don't know why everybody watches him. He seems annoying as fuck. Like, he's one of those people where I'm like, how did you get this fucking popular? Fucking weirdo. K Dwyer, thanks for the $5. Hi, Kyle and Corin. Love you both. Just wanted to say, love your Trump voice. Thank you very much, K Dwyer. Sometimes it's more like Yoda. Sometimes it's more Cartman. Whatever you say.
All right, well,
thank you, K Dwyer. Appreciate
here.
it. And Simi de Finessa, thanks for the $10. Don't know about Rokan. I missed a vote to censure Musk. Oh, we already did this one.
Oh, we did that one?
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought that. All right, so let me just find one more that we didn't do. Did we do this?
Helen Goose, thanks for the $5. Kids more likely to listen to connected parent, connect, not control, bond, hang out. Boundaries, consequences are good, but anger/fear causes estrangement. Yeah, man, I don't know. I don't know if I agree with that because, like, you know, you can be a great parent and you can be like a friend. And, like, you know, that could lead to they'll listen to you, or that could lead to, like, you're my friend. You're not, like, an authority figure. Why would I listen to you? So, like, I feel like it's much more complicated than that. I feel like with some people that approach could work better, and with some people it could work worse. I think there is something to be said about, like, a little dash of disciplinarianism in a parent, you know? Because a lot of kids, to Corin's point, a lot of kids, like, once they start being out of control, you could try to like reel it in, and it just doesn't fucking work. And then you're like, well, what do I do? And it's like, in theory, you could say, oh yeah, just be their friend, and they'll, like, not do it. But, like, they will. And then, like, what do you do in that scenario, you know? So, like, it's complicated. Parenting is complicated because there's all different sorts of approaches, and sometimes they work and sometimes they don't. And you're out there sinking or swimming and trying to figure it out every motherfucking day. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Yeah.
All right, we're at 3 hours. Kyle, I love you, bro. You are fucking insightful, smart motherfucker. Love you, bro. Thank you.
Love you too, man.
Out.
And thank you, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with us. We appreciate you. We'll see you later.
Yes, we do.
Peace.
Enjoy the rest of the World Cup. Thank you, guys. Wait, what? Tell me what you needed. Sorry if we missed it. I told you, get those shits in early because fucking we're rocking out and we're just fucking getting to it. Thank you, guys. Anybody who wants the last word? I got to that. Love you guys. Thank you. All right. Right here. Assalamu alaikum. See you guys next week. Get it in early, bro. I tell you guys. Get that shit in early. I tell you. Thank you, guys. Good night. Good night. See you guys next week. Thanks for rocking out. For real. I appreciate it. Thank you, Corin. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm trying hard here. All right. Peace out, everybody.